I have some exciting legal news to share with you guys.
Please do. We saw the
Go
banter
nuts.
idea. Please do.
Feel
We
free.
saw the
Go
banter
nuts.
idea.
Have I told you guys my roommate?
No, I don't think so.
I have a roommate. She's like a probably like 50-year-old, like whip thin old Asian lady. And up until basically a few weeks ago, I hadn't talked to her at all. And you know, after summer school ended, I basically just been in my room all day. Sometimes I go out, but like usually I just hang out in my room. And my first encounter with her was like my first instance of not just passing through the kitchen or whatever was me waking up from midday nap to screaming outside. And I'm like, what the fuck? I get up, I get my phone just in case, and I call my mom. And I look and see the door. We have double doors. The door, like the center, is pushed inwards towards the house as if someone had tried to barge in earlier, but failed. And the little like chain lock thing is up and done, which no one does because we need to go in and out of the house. And I'm talking about like, hey, there's like a moving truck outside and some guys here, and the door is like pushed in. And I was like, oh yeah, those are the new tenants. They're supposed to replace the roommate. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know we had problems with the roommate. And I let the guys in. The girl comes. The girl like is up the stairs and shouting down at us from the second story. Me and a bunch of dudes, and she's like calling. She just starts screaming at us, basically saying that this guy is like evil incarnate and that they can't come in because my daughter's in there in the empty room that's been empty for several months that I've never seen her out of a daughter or any relationship at all. And he's like, my daughter and my husband live there, and like she doesn't have those. And so I'm like, this is kind of weird. Then she, to my face, calls my mom an adulterer, which is, I don't know. I don't particularly like my mom, but I don't. I still feel offended when people insult her to my face. Calls my mom an adulterer, calls me the spawn of all evil ideas, and then calls herself both Shiva and Isis. Which, if you're thinking that Isis is an Egyptian deity and Shiva is a Hindu deity, you'd be correct. She herself was both apparently Shiva and Isis. So
Good for her.
That encounter ends when my mom gets back from church, and basically has to like scream and physically intimidate her back into the room so she stops bothering the new tenants. And I find out that at that point, the first time I've interacted with her, apparently she's already been served her 30-day notice because she's supposed to leave, but hasn't, and she hasn't left. I'm like, okay, it's kind of weird. And then later on, I find out that earlier today, I found out a lot more information about the whole situation. Earlier today, I found out we have a restraining order on her now. And she's done a lot of things while I was at work during summer school. Apparently, one of the pieces of evidence was she burst into my 12-year-old brother's room. She, a 50-year-old woman, burst my 12-year-old brother's room and started screaming at him to like do stuff for her, like move shit around the house.
Yikes.
And like there's text messages in the restraining order, like evidence of my little brother being scared to shit, rightfully so, because some random strangers burst into his fucking room and is physically screaming at him and intimidating him. And Lord knows if I was home, I probably would have pushed her down the stairs for that, but I wasn't, unfortunately. So another piece of evidence is that in the contract that my mom set up with her to stay here, she's not supposed to smoke weed. 2 days ago, she literally offered me weed.
Oh my god.
And she has a bunch of like posts on her Facebook and Instagram of her like talking about weed, pictures of her with weed, and pictures of her talking about meth too. And speaking of those, another piece of evidence is that she fucking doxed me, my mom, and my little brother. We have some like social security information on the fridge posted up for like welfare reasons, and we had it on the fridge for a while, and apparently she took a picture of it and just posted it to her Facebook with no comment.
How about this?
Oh no.
Like our full names, our phone numbers, and our addresses. Well, our old addresses, but still, like, so she did that apparently, and there's pictures of it And those are still up on her Facebook to this day.
How about this?
That and I was like, there's no way they're still up on Facebook. They sure are. They're still up to this very day on her Facebook. But you know what else on her Facebook? Some of the most insane, unhinged, crazy religious ramblings I've ever seen in my life. And there's also records of her text history with my mom, and oh boy, like my mom talks in texts like a very straightforward Christian, like I believe in faith and stuff kind of person, right? And that's fine or whatever. But her method of texting is truly something entirely different. It's weird as hell. And there's a moment that I have to laugh at because if I don't laugh at it, I feel really sad about. There's a moment where my mom's like, okay, you can't stay in here. I'm serving you 30-day notice as your landlord. You need to find a new place to leave. And she's like, you can't do this. So no, I deny your 30-day notice, smiley face. And I'm like, that's not how that works. you can't just deny being served a 30-day notice.
30-day notice. No, I think not.
I think not. Yeah. And apparently, the police came by multiple times to try to serve her like a copy of their restraining order, and she just straight up would not let them in. And so, yeah, we're gonna see which happens first. She violates their restraining order, and we call the police and they escort her physically out, or the eviction notice kicks in because she's fucking bananas. And if I see her and if I have to talk to her again, I'm gonna call the police. And if she does anything wrong, call the police. I'm going to push her down a flight of stairs.
Oh my goodness.
Because this lady deserves to get her shit kicked in for all the shit she's done. I forgot to mention the physical stuff she's done because apparently she has not paid her rent at all, which is the root of the problem. She's been physically stealing not only food, but also like cups and bowls and stuff. On top of all that, she's also just been taking our Tupperware and microwave melting it to the point where it's unusable, so the lid fuses to the jar, or the rest of it. Like destroying our property, on top of also leaving our mugs out in the backyard in like the dirt.
Good lord.
Like all of this has just been happening while I've just been in my room chilling over the summer, and I had no idea, and I'm kind of fucking pissed about it now that I'm only just finding this out now. Like she is somehow the worst roommate I've ever had. And I didn't know about it until recently, so.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I really hope she gets removed as soon as possible, because good lord. Oh, there goes
Sala's
Sala.
fine. Oh, Sala's back. But I've been updating one of my other friend groups about this, and when the only thing I knew was that she considered herself like Shiva and Isis and called me all an adulterer to my face, like when that was the only piece of evidence I had that she was insane, one of the people in my friend group was like, I hope she gets help. And my response was like, I hope she leaves. My sympathy for you kind of diminishes when you call my mom adulterer to her face, calls me the spawn of all evil, and like don't let new tenants in when legally you're supposed to be allowed in to move in. And when you act like an insane person and shit, it's like, I don't know, man. Like, sure, but also, go away. You're not my responsibility.
Get out of my life.
Like, I don't have any pity for you. I don't have any goodwill towards you because you've been nothing but an asshole to me.
God.
I don't know how I say all these things, and someone's first response is like, I hope she gets better.
Yeah.
The strange first response to an unhinged person.
It's a man-eater.
You can't fool me. Did you see the look she gave you? She's a man-eater. Whatever that means. Alright, Luke.
Anyway, that was just all fun and games to talk about. So that's what's going on in my life recently.
I hope she gets fucking removed from the premises.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
But goddamn, that I don't know. The fucking doxing is really concerning, of course.
I mean, thankfully, I don't think anything's gonna come of it, given that she has literally zero interaction on or anything and no followers. So there's some solace in that, but still, like, that's not. I don't like being doxxed. I feel like it's a reasonable stance to have. You know,
call it a bit of a hot take, but don't want to be
being
doxxed.
doxxed is not good. Yeah,
Yeah,
just having your real last name and phone number posted online by a complete stranger, not so fun. Somehow, I don't enjoy it for some reason.
Anyway, here's Saba's full information.
Yeah, here's Zach's credit card and 3 numbers in the back.
How dare you
here's
don't do
Zach's
that?
credit card info. Oh
Yeah.
boy. Anyways, we're at the college now.
I hope you guys, I don't know, thought that was an interesting set of fucking things happening in my life.
Yeah,
was
I
a
mean, that's
set
your
of
life is certainly
dominoes.
eventful.
Yeah.
You're living in interesting times.
True.
But God, I wish it wasn't this way.
I have never once in my life wished to live for more interesting times. So I don't know why this happened to me. I know there's people that are like, man, I was born in the wrong decade. And I'm like, nope, I'm pretty happy with where I am right now.
That's
Like, personally, I think everything's more or less good enough for me.
Well, that's settled.
It could be better, but I don't want to go back in the past because I don't think the past is better. You know? So,
You don't want to be thrown in the iron lung.
yeah, it's just my 2 cents.
Look at this dude.
Fucking Patrick Star.
Patrick Star.
Well, it's Patrick Star, but like awful.
But old. It's Delmona. Demona?
Delmona?
Is it an I or an L? I can't tell.
It's not, it doesn't look like it's broken, so Delmona, I guess.
Demona.
Anyway, do you guys want to see a fucking awful video?
Sure.
Let me find it 1 second. It's this it's a classic Phineas and Ferb video.
One out of 1,000.
Here we
Matchstick
go.
that spell out 100. Oh, it's the move one of them. Into the garbage to display a length that is 1/1000 of the size.
Here.
Oh no.
If I play,
Jesus Christ!
if I play this audio, am I going to be nuked from orbit?
I would
it's gonna be
not
bad.
recommend
Bad.
playing it on stream for anyone watching.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute. I'm muting all audio that's not coming from my mic. Hilarious.
Oh God. You're right. It is. It's cursed.
It's a classic Phineas and Ferb video, you know.
Classic Phineas and Ferb.
Move one of the matches into the garbage to display a length. So you just move it into. You just throw it out.
Hey, Grant, what you doing? Challenge.
Oh.
Hey, Grant, what you do?
What's 1/1000th of? Oh, 10 centimeters.
That should do the trick.
Nice.
Well,
I know
that's
metric.
settled.
He's doing it. He's believing.
He's beginning to
He's gonna believe.
Need to bleed.
He's beginning to bleed.
Quick, doctor.
Why are you
He's
saying it with
beginning
a
to
little
bleed.
twang on it? Bleed. I love it.
Bleed.
That's how he'd say it.
Once again, where did we get he's beginning to believe from? Because
I
like
don't
the
know.
original
Can you
source
just remember?
is the Matrix, and he doesn't say it like that.
I think
Are
it's
you sure?
just like devolved from
Like over
he's
time,
beginning to
we
believe.
just say it
He's beginning to
faster and more
believe.
stupid. I think.
Yeah.
The little known effect is that the longer you're in the Matrix, the more your brain turns to goo.
The more stupid you get. He's beginning to believe.
I mean, arguably, Adrian, that happens outside the Matrix too.
True.
It's the best.
Do you think Layton wears his hat because his head looks like that?
His head goes straight up. I believe it.
Oh, I like the pop noise in that video, Grant. That's the sound of it happening.
Yeah. Steals your balls.
Oh! What the fuck? What the fuck is the balloon rubbing noise supposed to be?
Stealing your balls.
It should be. It should. Well, I know that it does like a pop noise, but it should be a like the sound of a light bulb unscrewing.
Oh. I'm looking
His
at
granddaughter.
my...
His granddaughter's Flora.
Oh.
Did he say that? I actually don't know.
Oh no,
she
she's
is.
dead. Oh, never mind.
Some nerve leaving me alone while you go off on another adventure.
Man, even her voice is boring as fuck.
Same as Luke's.
Yeah, but Luke's adorable.
Wow.
Now, Flora, you know that wasn't our intention at all. While we were out investigating one issue, an even more troublesome matter arose.
What kind of troublesome matter? We couldn't have seen it coming, Flora. Honest. Really?
It was a bus.
We got
Of course, we wouldn't have
isekai.
left you behind on purpose.
Luke.
Oh yeah, speaking briefly on the very exciting anime announcement for Dungeon Meshi. Fucking on the post that I posted, or the second one rather, where it was like, hey, Studio Trigger's animating this, whatever. Going into the comments and just reading it, so many people see that it's kind of like semi-generic D&D fantasy, whatever, and just immediately assume that it's an isekai.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
and it was shocking. Like, not an enormous, like, not a majority, but, like, enough people for me to be like, what the fuck? Really? What makes you think it's an isekai? Just because Shield Hero exists?
Because fantasy.
By the way,
Clearly a game that they live inside through some sort of fancy schmancy video game software that takes you inside the game.
Zach, I found a new intro for your channel, Zach.
Oh no.
Yes, Adrian. All right,
doing
give me
for
a
your
second.
channel.
Give me a second. I have to mute. I have to mute all audio. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll certainly develop an audience.
Oh no.
Oh, you know what? I'll start streaming Smash Brothers.
Once, but you two are alone again.
He's not wrong.
The iron is cold, but it still
Of course
hurts. The music and everything. Oh shit. It's funny.
I saw an intro a long while back where it was the guy on like a green screen, and he was like he was trying to do like one of those Disney Channel things where he like pops in and like, you know, draws like the symbol for his channel or whatever, but he clearly like fucked it up at some point and just thought it was funny because he goes to like lean in, falls forward, so now he's just off frame, and you just hear him go, fucking ah. Ah!
I also saved this when he realized.
What are you doing? What are you doing? No! No! What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop!
Yeah, you sent it. I said I saved that.
That's a content-biased motherfucker.
What are you doing? No!
No! Here's a nice. This is Zach when I keep sending bullshit in the on-air channel.
You know what, Adrian? You're right. I am balding.
Damn.
Oh,
Well, he admitted it, guys.
Adrian.
Adrian, stop sending bullshit.
Adrian. That's not the voice. What the fuck was that? That was Kermit. That was Kermit the Frog.
Oh god.
Have they ever legally changed Kermit's middle name to the?
It should be. I don't know if it is.
It's like that one episode of the Sonic Boom cartoon where Sonic says something like innocuous, like danger is my middle name, and then Knuckles goes, I thought your middle name was the.
Oh yeah. Should be.
Now you said Sonic Boom. Now I'm just thinking about the time they recreated Looping as usual. I see.
Looping as usual.
like they literally recreated it like word for word in the script.
They knew what they were about, and I respect the hell out of it.
True. Get this man a true.
Give this man a dub. Mr. Gorbachev, give this man a dub.
This man a dub.
Wait, why is Reagan saying that?
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down these pants.
Tear down my pants.
Have you seen what Mr. Gorbachev looked like at the time where the tear down this wall speech was happening?
Yeah, he kind of bad, bro.
I was gonna say he looked like a 6-foot stack of shit, but you know, you guys can be into whatever you want to be into. I won't discourage you.
I think that's what Reagan. Those were Reagan's exact words, weren't they?
6 foot stack of shit.
No, submissive and breedable.
Mr. Gorbachev.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down my pants.
You're looking quite submissive and breedable today.
Now you sound like Taft.
Hey, submissible and breedable.
I'm going to create
Get
Reagan.
into my bathtub.
Get into my bath.
I thought you said fat tub, and I was like, he would have that.
Yeah, it's custom made.
I mean, Taft did have a triple wide bathtub. That is true.
I like the idea. I like the idea of a fat tub. I don't know why. It's just a funny sounding word to me.
Tub.
You're not just fat. You're not just tub. You're fat tub.
Listen, fat tub's totally fine. They made Chumbawamba. Wait, no, sorry.
Tub thumping.
You listen. You understood the joke. All right?
I got you. I got
you. For fucking 8.5 hours today. All right. You can't expect me to be on top of my game.
It's fair. It's fair.
Oh, that's so good.
Anyways, we saw Flora.
I like this one, like, we never had this car thing before, and now we have this like fun car ride animation game.
I think it's a bus, but yeah.
Because we're going all of these different places.
I think it's a butt, but yeah.
I think it's a butt. I do like all of the like unique locations we're going to. It's not just like, hey, it's
you're on a train. You're going this
Yeah,
way.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I loved Diabolical Box, but it is cool that like I feel like we're actually going around this city, you know?
It's funny because this is like the last of the original trilogy, and it's the only game where he solves a like mystery in London, despite being like widely renowned as like a phenomenal investigator around London.
Okay, so this is Scotland Yard?
Yeah.
Oh, hello!
Where are the Scots?
Welcome to the Scotland
Oh,
Yard,
no.
headquarters
We're
of
crossing
the
over.
London Police. How may I be of service to you?
The Kermits are global. That's terrifying.
Fuck, what the fuck was Layton's
We're
voice?
here to, it was like almost not like Ringo, but like
we're here to see Inspector Scrivener. Will you
There you
please
go.
let him know we'd like to speak with him? Unfortunately, the inspector is terribly. I read 2 S's. The inspector is terribly pussy right now.
He's terribly
What's more, I
busted
have
right
strict
now.
orders to issue this puzzle to all visitors.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Puzzle time.
In recent years, this city has been suffering from an increase in accidents and crime. According to a survey, there's one place in the city where there is a higher average of injured people and deaths throughout the year. Where could it be? This is going to be morbid, isn't it? Where is the tallest building where people can jump off?
Oh my god.
I mean, a hospital?
I mean, that's like
Or is that-
literally true. So,
Let's see if
yeah,
I got
that'd be
this
funny.
right.
Yeah, that makes
Few things satisfy
It's like,
a puzzle.
yeah, there's supposed to be a lot of injuries there. That's kind of what it's about.
So
Yeah.
circle where you think the place with the most recorded injured deaths is. The death center, the life center, the healthiness home, or the hardiness crew.
Where could it be?
That is correct, all right. Tremendous work as usual, Professor Layton.
Oh, Daddy is correct.
Daddy. Don't make me say that ever again. Can I do a British accent while also doing Kermit?
Oh, British Kermit the Frog.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor. That's right. Tremendous work as usual, Professor Layton.
Hey, that's pretty good.
That's really
good.
fucking hard. My brain's fucking up.
Brain's going in 2 directions.
Oh, do you two know each other?
Of course. That is, I know the professor, as all Kermits do. How could any self-respecting puzzle nut
Puzzle nut. Nice.
Not know the name of Professor Layton? I am a huge fan. I assume the puzzle I just solved was one of your own design. You got me there. It really was less of a puzzle and more of a riddle, but I guess a riddle is a vocal puzzle, so I guess it's fine.
I agree.
I just couldn't pass up the chance to have the Professor Layton solve my puzzle. I'll call ahead and let the inspector know you're coming. His office is just up those stairs on the 2nd floor. Thank you very much. I'm dying. All right. Come on. Don't lie to me.
Don't lie, I know
There you
it's
go.
here.
That's 2. I don't believe you that there's not a 3rd.
There's gotta be
3.
one.
Doesn't believe the game.
Okay, I did it.
Let's
I
go.
did it. Hello, Bartleby.
It's Adrian.
There's a third one. Yes! Every scene has had 3 so far.
They're telling you something. Adrian.
Oh. Hang on, let me sit up for this. Nothing like a nice cup of tea to soothe the jangled nerves.
Bartleby is Von Karma's brother.
I love my evil tea. It makes my voice sound evil.
Evil tea.
It's liquid. What's that gas that you breathe it in? It makes your voice really deep. Sulfur
Antihelium.
Antihelium. It's a tea made of liquid antihelium. Good day, Professor Barton.
Good day to you, sir.
Barton, we wish to have a few words with the inspector, but I don't see him here.
I don't see him here either.
Thank you. I was led to believe he was here in his office.
Yes, he was. Then he left. That's people don't just stay everywhere all day. Fucking idiot. I'm too puzzled by his sudden disappearance.
Oh my god! Scrivener, what are you doing with your hand?
Is he always jerk like this when he talks?
I sincerely hope you're not spreading misinformation about me.
Sorry.
I just told you that I need to pop downstairs to see the commissioner.
Ah, yes, you did say that time.
I like Bartleby being like way more intimidating than Scrivener.
Use your ear, Constable. You'll never move up in the force if you don't learn to listen.
Ah, shit.
Greetings, Inspector.
Apologies for not saying hello, Layton. What a surprise to see you. Welcome to my humble office.
Forgive the sudden intrusion, Inspector. I heard that you're leading the investigation into the Prime Minister's disappearance.
I am. And it's you I'm speaking with, I'll be quite candid. This case has left me completely baffled.
That's not surprising.
What? Dozens of eyewitnesses, myself included, and not one blasted lead to work with.
I mean, there's a lot of blasted leads. It was an explosion.
We're blown up.
Blow up Malaysia.
Blow up.
Since you were there, I might as well hear your take on things. Have a seat.
I was questioned the day of the incident, but maybe our chat will uncover some new theories.
Now, if I were to pose this to you as a puzzle, perhaps you could actually come with a solution.
We've already established that you were there when the explosion occurred.
Yes. Yeah, I certainly was. Wait, brilliant deduction, Inspector.
They don't call me the best for nothing, then you must believe, as I do, that there was no way anyone could have survived that blast. Not that quack stun gun, not his staff, and though I hate to say it, not the Prime Minister.
He was made out of tuna cans, based on his shape.
But what confounds me is that not a single trace of the lock remains. They were vaporized immediately.
Like, the fact that he calls it a trace of them is a little euphemistic. Like, I would have been like, there was no gore at the scene.
There was no fucking body parts.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean is, we canvassed the whole place and haven't found a thing related to the victims.
But suddenly there's a lot more area to paint on.
No bodies, no clothing, and no shoes. Not even as much as a pocket watch or ring.
Are shoes not clothes?
I guess not.
All we recovered from the scene was the 10 tons of scrap metal that was used to build the machine. No people, though. Barton.
Eight of them.
Adrian?
Oh, sorry. I was so enwrapped. I was like, there were 8 of them, sir. Sorry, I had to drink more of my evil tea, or else my voice would not have sounded evil.
No,
Oh,
it's
that's
voice
okay.
changing juice again.
I will bring it back.
It's a dessert flavor of voice-changing juice.
What? Did you say something just now, Constable?
There were 8 of them, sir. 8 people vanished.
Oh, yes. According to eyewitness reports, 8 people vanished from the scene. That group consisted of Shangan, a handful of his assistants, and the Prime Minister.
He had 6 assistants?
Apparently.
Now, how in the world do 8 people just vanish? It's like a blasted magic trick.
It was a magic trick. It was on a stage, if you recall. You remember when Saba immediately called, like, within seconds that there was, like, a trap door and he was gonna, like, disappear down it?
He was gonna fall down and then, yeah.
It's almost like the explosion had an enormous plume of, like, smoke that you could use to, like, hide underneath the stage for a while.
No, never. That's impossible.
Don't worry, Inspector. From what I've heard, the Prime Minister is still alive.
Oh, young Luke, be a good lad and keep quiet, alright? Shut the fuck up.
Shut your fucking stupid mouth.
Shut your gob.
No one wants to hear it.
You adults are having a serious conversation here.
Grant, did you just say shut your bob?
I said gob.
Oh, okay, I'm about to say shut your bob means something totally different.
Oh, no.
If you're bored, why don't you and Barton go play in your hall?
I thought that said in hell.
We'd love to play in the
play
hall.
in
It's been
hell.
too long since we got a recess here at the police station.
Inspector, I assure you Luke isn't making this up. There's a very real possibility that Bill Hawks is still alive.
What? Well, don't leave me here scratching my head like a fool. Explain, Layton.
Before I do, I must ask a favor of you first.
And what would that be?
Do you recall the explosion that occurred at the Polydimensional Research Institute 10 years ago? What the fuck is polydimensional? Multi-dimensions? What the fuck?
Research Institute. The PRI. Also known as PRE.
What did you say?
I'll take that as a yes. It is imperative that I see any and all case files on that incident.
You just might be onto something here, Layton. What do you know?
What do you know? Nothing at the moment, but I have a suspicion your current case is and this old one are linked in some way. It's like you go back 10 years, like every 10 years, all the way throughout history, and there's some event where a guy explodes. And then, like, eventually you go far enough back and you realize that there was an island, an electromagnetic pulse, and, you know.
The smoke monster. And...
Smoke monster, the polar bear.
They're all in purgatory.
I'd like to help, really I would, but those files are sealed and require top-level clearance. Even a high-ranking officer like myself would have trouble getting his hands on those.
I see. I had hoped a man of your status might have the influence necessary to acquire those documents. Unfortunately, it seems I may have hoped for too much. I'm sorry to have asked the impossible of you. We're fucking... Are we fucking
wait just a moment.
Are we negging Scrivener?
Yeah.
Wait just a moment, Layton. I might be able to get you access to the case file.
Excellent. I would be extremely grateful for that.
Just one thing, Joe. These documents don't come for free.
Solve this puzzle.
I want to hear everything you know or suspect about the Prime Minister's whereabouts.
Of course. Once I've seen the documents and I'm sure my theory is sound, every detail will be yours.
Barton, head down to the archive room and find those files. Tell them you're there on my orders.
Right away, sir. Sorry, this tease takes a lot out of me.
Luke and I were playing in the hall.
Luke was really kicking my ass in Foursquare.
Those files can't leave the archive, but you can read them there. Head downstairs, past the lobby, into the basement.
Much appreciated, Inspector.
This is definitely not a trap.
I swear.
This is the most trap it's ever been.
Definitely don't look up when you're opening the door because there will not be a bucket hanging on the door.
No, don't do it. Ignore the string.
So, you want to stop kicking my ass in Foursquare?
He's still doing, like, they moved the game as they were, like, going.
Yeah, walking down the stairs, just bouncing the ball back and forth.
You really, it sounds wasted on politics. You're really a Foursquare champion.
Well, one of my favorite, genuinely one of my favorite things. What the fuck? That was just a hidden hint coin? Does that mean I still have a third somewhere? There you go. There was fucking 4 in one room. That's insane. All right, let's talk to Barton. I like the idea of laser Foursquare.
Welcome to the archive. I've got all the files pertaining to the explosion.
The explosion. Thank you, Barton. Your hard work has saved us considerable time.
Ew, these documents are all mildewy and covered in dust. Mildewy.
I thought I said mildy.
Oh, mild.
These files are off limits to most people, except the dust bites. You're the first such in a long time.
Are dust mites people?
But, yeah, obviously. Well, it's kind of regressive you even ask that.
Ever since they have lobbyists in
Congress. They have a right to vote.
Yeah,
Clearly.
That's why we can't clean up the dust.
This election, 3 trillion people voted.
And fucking all of them, all 100% of the votes went towards abolishing the vacuum cleaner. Luigi is devastated.
It's considered an assault weapon, similar to AR-15s.
Holy shit.
Man, finally some gun control.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Wait, but we're in London.
Oh!
Wait a minute.
There's no gun control here.
You're lighty for that stabbing.
Hand some of those over and I'll help you look through them. Where should I start?
You just reminded me.
I'm just putting up a line.
You reminded me of such a good joke of like a guy's like robbing somebody, like mugging them on the street, right? And then a cop shows up, like a Bobby, and he's like, "Oi, you got a license for that knife?" And then he stabs him, right? Like the criminal stabs the police officer, and then another police officer comes and like, "Oi, you have a license for that stabbing?" And the guy like falls over dead, and another cop comes over like, "Oi, you have a license for that murder?" It's like it just keeps going and like builds. Like one of them finally arrests the guy, and another Bobby shows up like, "Oi, you got a license for those handcuffs?"
Takes the Bobby away.
It's like a conga line of officers. It's like, "Oi."
Got a license. It's really good.
I appreciate the offer, but I should handle these myself. They are top secret after all. Oi! Do you have a license for that top secret information?
Of course, I understand. Crying in the corner. No.
Oh, what the fuck? Our perspective isn't Layton?
Now look at the top.
No, you can see in the top left where Luke and Bird right now.
Luke and Ferdy.
Oh, okay. Wait, so what do we do? Oh, we can do a puzzle while we wait.
Wait, stop. I'm done with Foursquare. It's just embarrassing at this point.
You know, it seems like the inspector's always yelling at you. Don't you ever get tired of it?
No.
Not so bad. Sure, he scolds me, but only when he has good reason to, which is, unfortunately, a lot of the time, given how bad I am at Foursquare.
It's the number one skill a cop needs to have in order to do their job.
Foursquare.
True. I made a lot of mistakes, so I get yelled at a lot. He's always told me I lack insight on her cases and don't pay attention, especially when the ball's about to come into my square.
He's hyper-focused at every other moment in Foursquare, but the moment it comes towards his square, he's like, "Oh, look, a bird." Oi! You have a license for that, bird?
You have a license for this Foursquare?
Hello. I don't see no Foursquare licenses. Give me that dodgeball and fucking step up.
No, officer, my license for Foursquare's right here.
It's the dodgeball.
It's printed on the side of the dodgeball.
Oh my god.
That should make me stink.
I'm loving the joke of like you need a license for like ridiculous things, like absolutely insane. Like a meteor is about to crash into the city, and a singular cop goes, "Oi! Do you have a license for this apocalypse?"
London be like that.
The meteor gets all embarrassed and like turns around.
No, sorry.
He starts like patting himself down, trying to find his like. Let me check my pockets.
No, I swear, I just got it. I promise. I swear, it's some.
I left it in my other flame trail. I'm sorry.
Left it in my other asteroid belt.
Oh god, my head hurts suddenly. Now my brain is like flooded with how it like fucking everybody like London gets sucked
He's playing
back
dodgeball in his mind right now.
London gets sucked back in time, and all of the cops are like, "Oh, do you have a license to be a reptile?"
Oh my god.
The velociraptor goes, "Look, I'm more of a bird."
License for birding.
Do you have a license for birding?
Oh, you have a license for evolution?
the thing that crawled out of the water that first time, a cop just immediately kicks it back in like, "Oi, no evolving lungs without a permit." Who are you getting these permits from? Who do you go to get a permit to evolve?
Charles Darwin.
Charles Darwin. Okay.
Oh, chin up, Barton. Everyone makes mistakes. Heck, I make them all the time.
I do feel pretty bad sometimes.
Sometimes I just shoot people by accident. Oh, do you have a license for that bullet wound?
You got a license.
Oh, I just did it. I found myself in the most ridiculous predicament. Ridiculous predicament.
Family Guy callback joke.
Oh my god. It's literally Family Guy flashback with Barton. That's actually really funny. Holy shit.
Remember that time?
We're gonna get anywhere. And you're the one who wanted to move the story along!
Wait, my flashback, I get to narrate
Why are
it.
you contributing to this?
I need to get my car into the parking spot marked by the flag in the middle of the grid below. As you can see, I can only enter from the spot from one side. When I encounter an X, I must turn left or right. Those are Foursquare X's. Oh, it's dramatic. When you encounter an O, you must continue going straight. Also, my car is a bit of a clunker and can't go in reverse. Draw a line going from my car to the parking spot.
You should definitely have a car that allows you to fucking. Oh. Up! Up!
It's like that one Undertale puzzle.
Wait. Can I? Oh, you can go over the same spot again, I think.
Probably.
Up! I go here, and go here, and then down. Here, and then that way, and then there. That works, right? It almost looks like
Duh.
It looks like Mickey Mouse has fallen over.
it's. Yeah, I see that. I could see that.
Here's
It's
my
looking
answer.
good.
I did it.
He did it.
No puzzle can
It
stop
was only
me.
15 picobits. Jeez, Barton, you're really bad at this.
Wonderful work, Luke. I bet you never get any cause for the pressure to yell at you. Unless he feels like it, I guess.
He's not really the yelling type. but it's true that I never let a puzzle go unsolved. I've got his reputation to protect.
Oh dear, I never considered the possibility that Griffith would harm the inspector's reputation.
Don't worry, Barton. What's most important is to try your best.
He's a
I almost
cop.
called him the infector.
The infector.
Infector Scrivener.
Oh my god.
Fucking convince the infector to see things that way.
Luke, come here. I think I found what we've came for.
What is it, Professor?
Oh my god. This is
You walk in.
Yeah, this is
shook
actually
you.
kind of scary.
What if he started walking towards you?
That file yielded some very valuable information, Luke.
What exactly did you find out, Professor?
Well, you see, I found the ancient art of Foursquare. Let's just say I'm very confident in the Prime Minister's survival. However, the only way to save him is to travel to the other London, where he's being held.
You think he might be trapped in the future?
Perhaps. Let's bring this discussion to the professor. Perhaps.
It's not. I mean, it's not the same word, but precisely. I will never not find that hilarious.
It's that in monkey.
Monkey.
Monkey. Hello, Barton. All right.
Well, Layton, did your investigation bear any fruit?
Did you win, Layton?
Did you win, son?
Are you winning, Layton?
I didn't retrieve any fruit, Inspector, but I did find the fire. To start, allow me a few questions. Inspector, were you involved in the investigation into the explosion at the Institute 10 years ago?
Yes, I was there. Ages ago it was. I remember I had just been promoted to assistant inspector.
I see. And you do remember the names of the scientists thought to have caused the explosion?
Let me think. Ah, it's coming back to me now. One man's name was Allen. Dimitri Allen.
Wasn't the guy's name Elaine? Elaine Stangan?
Was it?
Wasn't that his name? Or was... Yeah.
I just remember stun gun.
I thought it was Elaine Stungun. Weren't there two scientists implicated? Do you remember the second scientist's name?
It was quite a long time ago.
I see you're having some difficulty remembering. Well then, what about the victims? Do you remember much about them?
The explosion caused substantial damage to the area and destroyed the neighboring apartment complex. One of our lab assistants perished in the explosion, as did several tenants in the building next door.
Wait, so people actually died this time?
People actually died, yeah.
Okay.
Straight up in the explosion.
Strangely enough, though, I think both of the scientists involved in the experiment survived.
That was very informative, Inspector.
Good, because I got a few questions of my own now. How do you think this whole case relates to my current one?
This is just a theory.
A game theory?
A game theory, but I think the Prime Minister is being held somewhere beyond the influence of Scotland Yard.
So you mean to say he's being held captive in another country?
You may find what I'm about to tell you hard to believe, but I think Bill Hawks is being held captive in the future.
If this is your idea of a joke, I'm not laughing.
I can understand your skepticism. Thank you for all your help today, Inspector. Should I learn anything else about the Prime Minister's whereabouts, you will be among the first to know.
You will be among us.
You'll be among us. Come,
No.
Luke, let's be off.
Come, Lou, let's be off. We don't want to talk to anyone sus.
Now wait right there. We had a deal. Surely you've got more for me than that far-fetched theory.
Inspector, I've told you as much as I know at the moment. Now, please excuse us. I'm just going to take wild advantage of the situation and leave.
Goodbye.
Thank goodness that
Bye.
Professor Layton's respected.
The
Now
future
that-
is.
What?
The entire reason they also features like that is because there's no more Foursquare.
True.
Now that we got what we came for, let's head back to the clock shop. Cog's waiting for us. You
Yeah.
know, Clog.
Ooh.
Okay, Professor.
You know, Cog is waiting for us, Luke.
We must bring Foursquare to the future, Luke.
We have to save the future by bringing Foursquare.
I suppose we have to head back to future London now, huh?
Yes. What's the matter, Luke? Are you scared of traveling through time again?
Yes. I mean, no. As long as I don't have to do it alone.
Of course not. I'll be right here with you. Arguably, we're all traveling forward through time, alone.
At a rate of 1 minute per minute.
First on the agenda is heading to Chinatown to meet the future Professor Layton, right? But he's evil. Why are we doing
That's
this?
right. And if my guess is correct, we'll find the Prime Minister there as well.
Do you think we'll run into trouble along the way?
Considering the warm welcome we received from the family at the casino, I'd say anything is possible. Luke, there is no telling what kind of dangers await us in the future. Maybe it would be best. Best? Maybe it would be best for you to
Best.
remain here in our time. Again, I'm dying.
kind of-
I need water.
Okay. What kind of apprentice would I be if I left you to face danger all on your alone? Of course I'm going too.
How delightful. I can't get the normally my Professor Layton voice is like from the back of the throat, so it's a little easier to do deeply, but like I'm so exhausted from today that I can only like push it out from the front of my lips.
Fair. Also, that was the fastest chapter we've ever had. We started it at the beginning of stream and already done within an hour.
Aw, damn it.
It's him! Stash and Scoffin!
Have at it, Grant.
No, someone did it before. But who? It wasn't me, I remember.
I don't think it was me either.
Was it Adrian? Did you do Stash and Scarfin?
I don't remember. I don't know what voice I'd give him if I did.
Give him an annoying voice.
Alright, what mischief did you two get into?
Nice.
Excuse me, I have no idea what you're talking about.
No plain innocent boy. Old Static Scoffin knows more than you think. Yes. Oh, these might be slightly obscure, but they do have eyes, you know. And these eyes can see the laws right on your tail.
I don't follow.
Were we followed by fucking Inspector?
Hey, no more, boy. Just know I'm always on your side. Just, if you call me, I'll come running. I'll run, call me.
Oh, thanks,
no.
I guess.
Well, we ought to be off now. Ought to be off now. Fucking whatever.
Nar.
Now. It's fucking. I love that post of like the English countries. It's like America, no. British, no. Australia, no.
No.
Gosh.
True.
The law's right on your tail. The fucking Scrivener is gonna come to the future with us, dude. He's gonna save our lives.
He's gonna
Luke,
come.
do you remember the secret knock Big Luke used when we last tried to enter the clock shop?
It's a good nickname.
Of course. Allow me, Professor.
This is Saba.
Come on in. Welcome back, Professor.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Where is Cog, by the way?
Oh, same place as always. In the back, tinkering with...
Tinkering?
What is he doing?
I'm devolving into something that I shouldn't be. I'm just gonna stop.
What's she messing with, Saba?
Welcome back, you two. I take it you found the information you were looking after. I was here maintaining the giant clock.
Oh, no.
Zach and I did this last stream for like 10 minutes.
And I wanted to die. And I wanted to die.
Enormous it is, my clock. I work on it all day. We did. Hopefully Luke's not tired of waiting for us back in the future. Yes, we mustn't keep the young sir waiting.
Young sir?
Hmm? Oh, did I just call Luke sir? Did I accidentally just reveal that he's actually the evil one? Whatever. Sorry, it's a bit of an old habit from being in the service industry. My mind's just not as sharp as it used to be, you know. I make mistakes like that often. Someone's at the door. Oh, no!
You can't just force your way onto private property. I'm gonna
Mama, fuck me.
turn it into Scottish. I can't do this.
Scottish.
It's illegal, not to mention.
Not to mention! I mean, sure, why not?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know what's happening.
Bring the Scot.
Ma'am, but I'm no gentleman. I'm an officer of the law and I'm here on an important investigation.
What's Inspector Scrivener doing here?
You tailed us, didn't you, Inspector? Be that as it may, Spring is right. Forcing your way in here is quite rude.
Say what you will, lady. The fact remains that our Prime Minister is missing. And if I have to crash a few parties to find him, then that's how it has to be. And I'll keep crashing them until you lay your cards on this table, Layton, all of them.
Saba.
I can't believe you, Professor.
What the fuck? You left me in your office again?
Why is everyone leaving?
God damn it! Man.
Everybody is here.
You ran off and left me on my own again. And after I made you those nice cucumber sandwiches.
And then an NPC that we've never seen before pops in, and he's like, "Hello, it's me, Montressor."
It's me, Blubio.
And it's like,
It's Blorbo.
From my shows.
My shows.
Shut up, you Tumblr fuck. Anyway, oh no, and then after that, we're all like, "What the fuck? Who is this? How did they get in there?" And then from way below us, we hear, "Hey, found one!" It's
Grandma. Everyone is here. Da, 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 da.
It's Grandma, but he's got like an eye patch and like peg leg.
and like a scar over his face. He's Shin Gramo. Laura,
he's punished
please
Grandma.
try to understand.
Grandma.
We didn't want to put you in any
That.
I don't buy it. The real reason you won't take me is because you think I'll get in the way.
Correct. So get the fuck out.
Leave.
I was just trying to be polite.
Now that's not it at all.
Flora. Wow, my voice is really fucking off today.
He's dying.
Excuse me, give me a second. Voice acting's hard. Do you know that?
You.
Laura, you have to understand. You can't be put in harm's way. It's for your safety, and I
I don't know anyone else in this town. What am I supposed to do when you two run off?
Go take a train. I don't know. Fucking take a walk.
Are you telling me I'm supposed to go all by myself on a train? Or what else? Stare at the wall? Oh no, that's really fun. And by really fun, I mean not fun at all.
I hate Flora.
When you put it like that, I can see where you're coming from.
I don't care about this lollipop. Shut up. Now, Luke, listen here.
You know, Layton, I think the girl has a point.
As in a knife.
As in a knife. It's in my back right now. You got a license for that, Stabby. You may be leaving her behind out of concern, but that doesn't mean much if it upsets her so. I'm a psychologist now.
Inspector, you too? What the fuck? Sorry to butt in, but I've got to get this show on the road. We can't keep Luke waiting much longer. So did Big Luke send us back in time specifically to fetch the inspector? Because the inspector was involved in the explosion 10 years ago.
Wait, did we come back before the explosion? I came...
No,
just to the fact
we
that he
came
was
back
there?
to the present, right? We came back to the present, which is after when the prime minister exploded.
Explosion happened.
But there was a previous explosion 10 years ago in which a lot of people died, and I think that this is relevant to that. I think that Big Luke is evil as hell. And Grant knows this. I have to start her up now. But there are several people here who have nothing to do with the matter at hand. As far as I'm concerned, the more people we got, the merrier.
The more people, the merrier.
That's ridiculous.
Well, to the
I
future.
beg you to reconsider. Sorry, Professor. We got to go. Hold on, everyone.
Hold on to the giant clock.
Hold on to my giant clock.
Oh no, what for?
It's starting to pulsate. Oh no!
Look at that clock.
Magnificent it is. Okay, end of the line. Everyone out.
We came to the future.
What in the world just happened?
My stomach's doing backflips again.
That's called an ulcer.
What was all that?
Step outside and see for yourself, Inspector. That should serve as sufficient explanation.
I don't know what you're getting at, but fine. Why don't they step outside?
Adrian.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was gonna Violet. Just a moment, sir. I'm running out of evil juice. I'm also feeling a touch queasy. Actually, make that quite queasy. I think I'm allergic to evil juice.
Pull yourself together, Constable. We're going out.
Please, don't jostle me. I'm feeling a bit green. Are you okay, Flora?
It was a rather shaky trip.
I'll say time travel really takes it out of you.
What? Oh!
I'm a bit dizzy.
She
she
fucking got shrank in
She
the
does.
Z-axis.
No.
Oh no, someone catch her.
Anyways, we'll leave her lying on the ground.
Goodbye, spring. I wonder if like a bunch of the people that we've been seeing are actually just like animatronics, and this is another fucking amusement park bullshit thing.
It's another curious village.
Well, because they did
He's freaking out.
They did the exact same thing in the Professor Layton Phoenix Wright crossover, where the village that they went to was a magic village, but it was actually mostly vacant.
Layton, what's all this then? What happened to London?
We're still in London, Inspector. We've just been transported 10 years into the future.
But that's impossible! Is it? Oh, is it possible, Layton?
Is it
One
possible?
thing- Is it possible?
possible?
It is absolutely possible. One thing is
gosh.
certain. We're no longer in the London we knew.
Well, it will be time for debate once my work is done. I seem to recall you're saying something about the Prime Minister being trapped in the future, yes?
Yes, I'm by no means certain, but it seems a definite possibility.
Well then, what we standing around for? Hunt these on, boy!
But
We're off to find, boy. We're off to find the Prime Minister!
you know, Inspector, we may have better luck tracking him down if we work together on this case.
That's enough from you, Layton. Fact remains that you're a civilian. I'll handle this on my own.
As usual.
Holy shit!
Oh. Yep.
We're
Fuck
in
am
the
I?
future.
Where's the Foursquare?
No, it's
Aw,
impossible.
a
There's
little
no
bit of fun
Foursquare.
interaction. Barton just being like, I'm okay.
I like this guy's lip. Oh,
Take
they
it away,
fart,
Adrian.
too.
Yeah, you-
my favorite kind of problem service.
It was nothing really. It's just a simple bit of thinking and a well-placed cut.
Thanks, Art.
This fucking.
Oh, you know what this is, Zach. Cut the wood.
Cut the wood.
I'm gonna explode your face with haven't
Can we cut the wood twice?
Piece of wood. It can't be flipped or rotated after being cut.
Who the fuck made this wood?
Free.
Yeah.
What's the little guy's name? Hmm.
Toasting so much.
Oh my.
Well, we would have come earlier, but
Oh,
your husband
yikes.
wasn't dead then. God. So funny.
Rest in peace, Leslie Nielsen.
He'll always live on in my heart as the tapeworm that he gave me.
Oh, congrats. I'm eating for two.
What gender is it? Are we having a taper and gender reveal party?
Yeah.
It's actually, believe it or not, it's actually gender neutral.
Oh,
Wow.
very, very nice.
Yeah.
Very progressive in the tapeworm community.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I guess not.
I did it.
My God. He's doing it. He's beginning to believe.
No!
He's gonna bleed.
He's beginning to believe.
Bleed.
So I can, okay, so I can do like that, but I can't do like that. Yeah. How I be looking at motherfuckers. My brain it hurty. I don't know, dude. Fuck.
Oh no, man.
Fuck, dude. I don't know.
Fuck.
Fuck.
If
Suck my
you would-
nuts.
Suck my nut. If you would like
Suck
a hint,
my cock, dude. All right.
get
How's
it
that?
out, coward.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work at all. Damn it. I keep wanting to put like a 3-piece in there, right? I want to like fit it in there somehow, but it doesn't work in any direction.
If you want a hint,
Sure.
you will be doing 2 cuts.
I thought it said 1 cut.
No, you can do. It says draw lines that show where to make this cut.
Oh, I can do
Line.
any number of lines then. Cut the whole thing into individual squares.
And then put it together like a puzzle piece.
Fucking yes.
It's 2 cuts. Not that. But he's on to something. No.
That works.
That's not it.
That works. You cut them. I don't have to flip or rotate them, and they just slot right in.
Zach, press submit. Don't let him do this to us.
Do it.
Let's see if I've got this right.
Fuck you,
You're wrong!
game. It works.
I'm disappointed.
You know it works. Fuck you. Grant.
I think
What,
this
do you
is
want the
racist,
answer?
Yes, I don't want to do this. My brain hurts.
How I be looking at motherfuckers.
What the fuck? No one does that. That's not real. That's not true. That's a lie.
Gaslight me into believing that this is the answer.
How does that even fit? Oh yeah, it fits.
Because
Never mind.
Zach, you're cutting 2 out, so you just have to shift it over.
Bad. I think this is literally the first time where they let you cut twice.
I just, you know what? I don't believe it. I think that's all I need to
My
say.
It's
answer
lying
also
to me.
worked. It was a better answer than their stupid,
I'm disappointed in
nonsensical
everyone,
bullshit.
everything.
Oh.
And you know what?
Adrian.
Oh shit. Look at that, you two friend. Takes you so much closer to getting 10 times closer to make correct sense.
Saba, what the fuck?
I said I was disappointed in everything, Zach, okay? That's all that was left.
I got a travel. Do we have enough to do a picture book, you think?
I don't believe so.
Oh, new picture
Yeah.
book.
We only have like 3 things.
I don't
White
have any.
thing.
I don't have any waters.
I can give you a white
Get
thing
it,
from
Zach.
friend.
Oh,
I asked for it in chat.
All right, give me a second. I'm relying on you today. This is the manager.
all right. Traveler.
Never mind. This is the manager.
Woman.
White thing.
White thing.
White?
That's white.
Yeah, I guess so.
That the person has left behind the counter.
White thing. Man. What is a man?
What is a man?
Wow, you need a lot of stickers for this shit.
Coffee took a seat at the corner table. All right.
This is the best part of the game.
The white thing took a seat.
White thing. Put the man there. Return to the investigation.
Where's the other Luke, Professor?
Fuck if I know.
Of course, he can get us in touch with Big Luke, it's because you didn't actually read this. Shall we head over to the arcade restaurant then?
The fuck are you talking about?
I don't know where to get who where.
Oh, Stash and Scoffin.
You haven't changed in 10 years.
Nice to meet
He's
you,
an
too.
immortal.
Nice to fucking meet you. Nice to fucking meet you. Nice to fucking meet you.
Oh,
Yeah.
so now Freddy can help
Ooh.
people out.
Okay. Stashin's toadstool. I don't think you're supposed to eat toadstools.
He's gonna use it to poison someone.
I know how to do
Stashin's
the
an
bird.
assassin.
I know how to do the bird.
The Astashin.
The
Astashin's Creed.
A Stashin's Creed. That's good.
Assassination classroom. Wow.
Toing!
Oh god! Well, you thought this was balloon fight? You'd go to the other side.
No, I knew. I just thought it'd be funny. Alright. And then, I don't know. Oh.
Can't draw any more lines.
It's probably gonna be fine. Never mind.
It'll probably be a little bit okay.
You're starting to sound like, what's his face? Oh man, I just thought of someone. Yes, exactly. I was like, it's not who I'm
Nice.
thinking of. Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Delivery!
Stashin will remember this.
Stashin will remember this.
Also, we have
Did
an
you-
even 1,300 picarettes.
Nice. Did you guys ever see that thing where in most of the Telltale games, when they put up like blank will remember that, it was nothing.
I mean,
Like it didn't actually affect any variable or whatever.
That makes sense.
I know, but it was just sad.
I think
All
my
right.
favorite iteration of that is from Tales of the Borderlands, where it goes, Handsome Jack will remember this. He looks up at the corner of the screen, points to it, and goes, "What the hell is that?" And then
That's pretty good.
disappears.
4 types of jam are combined into pairs and placed in 4 boxes. Use the scale to determine the relative weights of each type of jam and label them from highest to lowest 1 to 4.
Good luck.
These are apparently fucking even. Okay, how about this? Am I stupid? What's happening? Hello?
I think it's broken.
That was unsatisfying.
29 seconds long.
Think of that.
Yeah. It's in like the first 10 seconds.
What the hell is that? And I know I've done some kind of.
Oh, he doesn't like. Oh, I wish that was like the whole scene with him being like, "Did you just see that?" Am I? Hey, Grant. Oh,
Yes.
okay. Wait a minute. These are even, I guess. What about this? What about this and this?
I think all of them weigh the same.
So this one's heavier than that one, so this one goes higher than that one. That's easy. What about this? This one is heavier than that one. That goes there. That one's heavier than that one, so that one goes there. What about you and you? This is heavier than that one.
No, it is the
no,
right
no, to
one.
the
You put
right.
it right. Yeah, correct.
And these two are even? That doesn't seem right. What about, I haven't compared these two yet.
That seems correct, especially if you just weighed the other one. And it weighed
Right, but then
heavier.
which one? But then which of these two is supposed to go?
I don't know. Just put them right next to each other. It'll all be fine.
Oh, you know, I think it's the colors of the jams specifically, right? So I think lightest is red, second lightest is blue, or sorry, green, and then blue, and then yellow. Yeah. Red, green, blue,
Blue, yellow.
Wait. Well, that works.
That just looks like yay!
Yay!
Does this sound right?
Fuck you, Flora.
Also, first puzzle is Flora.
Flora doesn't know what she's doing.
Sad.
You're controlling her.
Does this sound right?
Zach, just swap green and red, maybe.
Why?
I don't know, just do it.
Does this sound right?
Flora's
okay,
stupid
then-
as hell.
Then I guess the only other thing we have is switch blue and gold.
Whoever's
Hello?
controlling Flora and step the game.
I
up.
swear, we just weighed these, didn't we?
Yeah, I thought it
We
would
were
have worked.
gaming.
Lightest to heaviest, 1 to 4.
I thought our eyes were working, but they weren't.
I thought it was 1, 3, 2,
75,
75.
36.
We know, unless some of the jams are made of fucking
81.
helium or something.
You didn't account for the fact that they weren't filled all the way or some shit.
Does this sound?
He's like, nah, it's not happening.
No, it's just fucking with me.
Eight. Nice. would you?
Yes, Grant, please.
The answer?
Sure.
1, 4, 2, 3.
Why is blue the heaviest?
Wait, did you not switch the gold and the but? I swear you did that.
I thought I did. Oh well.
You
I'm
switched
losing
it,
my
but you also
mind.
switched
Does
red
this
and
sound right?
green.
End me, please.
That was a cute
Yeah.
laugh.
Baby. Look at that fat child.
Oh, baby.
Eh. Fucking creepy. We have no time for this. I need to do more deliveries. No time.
Time.
You could crack open a geode with her nose.
All we have is time.
We definitely do not. Can you make this
Especially because we've got the biggest clock there ever is.
Ham goes above the potato salad. That's true right now, yes. The only ingredient between the ham and the tomato is lettuce. Okay. Cheese touches the bun. Yeah. Neither the ham nor the lettuce is the very middle layer. Wait,
Excuse
which
me.
one? Is the ham the middle layer right now? Yeah. Ham goes above the potato salad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the lettuce is in the middle right now. So I guess cheese can go on the very bottom? Yeah, because cheese touches the bun. I think that works.
Here's my answer.
Fuck. What did I do wrong?
No, we are always wrong. Okay. The ham goes above the potato
salad. Got that.
The only ingredient between the ham and the
ham and the tomato is the lettuce.
lettuce.
That's correct. Cheese touches the bun. Neither the ham nor the lettuce. Oh, the ham's the middle one right now. Fuck.
Well, there you go.
Well, they fucking, you know what? Fucking put the bun. I was gonna take the bun, put it underneath the cheese.
Move the bun.
But the only thing that's between the lettuce and the or the tomato and the ham is lettuce. So it's like I can't be here.
Let us pray.
Thanks, Greg.
Oh, the ham is above the potato salad, but it doesn't have to touch. Oh, that's a good idea, Lawrence. But how?
The cheese has to touch the bun.
Oh, the cheese has to touch the bun. So who? So what can fit in between that then? God, my eyes are killing me. There's only the 5 ingredients. So if neither the ham nor the lettuce is the very middle layer, what the fuck? Wait, the only ingredient between the tomato and the ham is the lettuce? What if there's no ingredients between the ham and the... Like, what about that? Because there's no ingredient between tomato and ham now.
The only ingredient between the ham and the tomato is the lettuce.
So does it have to have the lettuce, or can we just not have...
Can you put the lettuce... Oh. You're not the very middle. I see.
I don't know. I mean, I'll take a swing at it. Maybe this is like a trick.
Here's my answer.
I couldn't imagine it being a trick. Yeah, never mind. So, I don't know, because, like, otherwise it has to be like this or like this.
And then the ham's in the middle.
Ham goes above the potato salad. The ham goes above the tomato salad. No. So, like this. I think that works, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Ham is above the tomato salad.
Here's my answer.
Thanks, Gru.
All right.
Go.
We did it.
No puzzle can
The
stop
girls.
Layton's apprentice.
Girls. You're all grounded.
Rolls, boys, tomatoes, onions,
Potato salad.
potato salad.
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, I know. I was just about to say, it's just making me hungry.
Do you want to know what I'm having after the second segment of tonight's stream? I'm just going to eat an entire bag of powdered donuts.
That sounds horrible, Zach.
How big is the bag?
I don't know. It's like yay big. It's about the size of my head.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna eat the
my
whole thing in one
God.
sitting, and then I'm gonna fucking pass out. It's gonna be awesome.
And then you're gonna pass the donuts through your stomach.
donuts, dude. All right, well that was 2 puzzles. I was expecting to go in there and find bird delivery.
Birdie.
We're too good.
We've been doing a really good job.
We're too good at this.
We're too good at this game.
All right.
How many puzzles have we solved? Can you go to your trunk real
7,000.
quick? Cool.
Oh, look at this fucking guy!
It's Adeline.
It's Gru, but smaller.
I've seen them before.
I am young Gru.
Young girl.
I am young Gru.
It's like Young Link in Smash Bros. Young Gru.
Young Gru.
Young Gru.
That's also a SoundCloud rapper.
I was gonna say
No.
young Gru sounds like a fucking Gen 9 Pokemon.
Young Gru.
Young Gru, yeah. 6 moviegoers need to be seated at the theater, and it's your job to find the good arrangement.
Same Puzzle!
Yes. A. I refuse to sit next to, behind, or in front of C. B. I can't stand in the front row. You're not standing, you're sitting. C. I don't like the left
Stand
or
at
right.
the front row.
No, I can't stand the front row. Okay. D. I hate the back row and the left side. E. I prefer being on the right side. F. Anything but the front or left seats. Oh my god, this sounds like horrible. They all hate each other.
What does E want?
Don't you guys like going to a movie theater with a bunch of people that you fucking despise and can't be near?
Can't fucking stand them. Let's go see a movie, guys.
So I can't. B says I can't stand the front row. D doesn't want to be in the left side, right? So I can't put him there. Where does E want to be? I prefer being on the right side. What does A want to be? Next to.
A refuses to sit next to, or behind, or in front of C.
So what about this, and then this guy goes here. Does this
You
work?
should leave one of them in the
No,
floating
he's
white
in the
box.
front.
Fuck. Shut.
How's this?
And then-
Does
and
this
then-
work?
And then
No,
there's
no,
G's
C
like, I
doesn't
want to
like
sit in
the-
the floating, levitating white box above the other guys.
How does this? A, I refuse to sit next to, behind, or in front of C, so that's fine. B, I can't stand the front row. That's fine.
Yep.
C, don't put me in the left or right seats. I did that, asshole. I hate the back row and left side. That's fine. He's in the front row middle. E, I prefer being on the right side. Did that. F, anything but the front or left seats. I think I did it.
Hit it.
Fucking.
Let's
Here's
go.
my answer.
Let's go.
Phew, that's a relief.
I did it. Man, what the
He's
fuck is the
done it.
deal between A and C?
Yeah, what happened?
What happened between them? Fuck enemies to lovers. That's lovers to enemies right there.
Lovers to enemies. Divorce.
Divorce.
True.
Divorce percent. A flower for Adeline.
You wanted me to do something?
Oh yeah, 53 puzzles we have solved.
How do you see that?
At the top.
I see
On the
hint
left.
coins. Found puzzles. Puzzles,
Found them.
puzzles pound and puzzles solved.
Puzzles solved. Puzzles. Puzzle.
All right.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
All right, Fadolin.
My goodness.
What the hell?
Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
it can probably go like this. I don't know. And like that? What the fuck? Where the fuck do you go? Boing! Oh!
There he goes.
There he goes!
There he goes again.
Doing, doing. Oh, come on. Wait, what did he hit?
The corner.
Does he hit the peg?
No. He hit like right under it, right under the dot.
Okay.
Right under the dot.
Okay. I would believe you if I didn't think that you were a liar.
No.
What the fuck? How do I make him like not do this?
I'm gonna make him stop.
How do I make him fucking stop? There you go. How about that? You're gonna ricochet like a motherfucker. Oh, he did it again. I'm so stupid. I just saw that he would do that. What if I make you do this?
No.
Go away.
No flower for Adeline.
How about this? That's just gonna ricochet him like straight backwards. That's not gonna work. That's dumb. I mean, it needs to be this. Actually, you know what? Can
Does
this
it?
work? Does that work? No! Oh!
Oh
That's- That's cursed.
Oh my yes.
Oh my goodness.
I'm feeling especially good today.
Let's go.
Look at this. Who's the puzzle guy?
Puzzle man, take me by the hand.
Puzzle
Ocean
man,
man,
take me by the hand, lead me to Japan.
Oh. Do both.
Oh, I like how the parrot's learning new words from all the different people. Oh, that's great. Oh, right, we've already explored this. All right, we're going into the restaurant.
The restroom.
Restroom? I neglected to explain the situation to Flora. What the fuck is that? Oh, what a putz. I'm so sorry, Flora.
Oh
I
my
wish
God.
you were more of a main cast member and not literally just dead weight.
I mean, it makes sense why she's always upset they're leaving her out of the adventures.
Yeah, but it's so depressing to see a character acknowledge that they're D-list. Who is this? Ding, ding, ding. Yep, Luke and I go way back. We're old pals. Wait. Luke and I go way back. We're old pals? But he's ding, ding, ding. Either this kid is lying or he does actually know Luke from when he was younger.
How old is this kid?
I think he's a
10 billion
kid.
years old.
No, fuck it. Stop. Let me do the. Oh. Look, it's a manta ray.
It's Minnie.
If she leapt off the top of one of these buildings, she would glide until her stamina bar depleted.
Yeah, we're playing Professor Layton. She's playing Breath of the Wild over here.
She's the fucking B2 stealth bomber.
Fuck yeah, dude. Love the B2.
There are 15 cookies.
Wait, Saba, can I read it?
What cookies?
Can I please read it? Okay.
Fine.
There are 15 cookies to share among the large group. The first person eats one cookie, then passes 2 equal portions of the leftover cookies to 2 other people. They both eat a cookie, then pass 2 equal portions of their remaining cookies to 2 other people, and so on until, all the cookies are gone. It takes 1 minute to eat a cookie, ignoring the time that it takes to pass them. What is the shortest amount of time it could take for all the cookies to be eaten?
How many people? Okay, so it's a large group, so it's an indeterminable group. So it's 14, 7, it then turns to 6, that's 3, then turns to 2, that's 1, and then you eat it. So 4 minutes, I think.
I thought it'd say 2 people eat a cookie and then they pass to other people. Those 2 people cookie and pass out.
They eat the cookie and then they pass out.
Here's my answer.
How many picarats was that worth? That was more than 15. That's bullshit.
I think it was 30.
That was ridiculous. I refuse to take 15 of these. Put these on a harder puzzle.
That was dick.
That was dick.
That was a dick puzzle.
Fuck you. Oh, a white thing.
Well, her name's Minnie.
Yeah, Zach, you're so harsh on yourself.
Is there a single non-white person here? What the fuck?
Guess what he does?
Wait, but we didn't even finish his thing yet.
Yeah, that's why Ferdy's better.
What? He just does that?
I don't know if he does it on every screen, but he does do it.
Oh my
He does
god, it's the
Toad.
same character.
Wasn't Becky an immortal though?
I do believe that was correct.
I thought
I come from the valley, and you call it the Gulf of Mexico nowadays, but I called it the valley.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I called it Pangea.
You see, I was one of the original settlers of this land back when it was called Pangea.
My God.
The lore runs deep and ancient.
Just like me.
Just like Becky. Yeah.
Oh, I was really hoping that they would be like, what's the skinny? I really want them to be like, all right, wait here for a minute. We're gonna go get a drink of water. We'll be right back. And then we finish the game.
We leave her behind. She got, you know, taken out of Diabolical Box, so she wants her own adventure.
He's working with us to try to stop his evil furniture.
No. That's why they called it the Ottoman Empire.
Can you imagine the professor as a crime boss? No, I can't, actually. And I think that's the point. This is great.
Professor,
what the fuck? Professor, this old man walked up to me and said that he would slob on my knob. What does that mean?
Oh, God.
Oh dear.
He appears to be wildly intoxicated.
Luke, leave this man to me. Where was he? I'm going to talk to him.
I need his exact whereabouts.
Cool. Oh! What? Wait. Old man's growing older by the day.
He had brown hair when we just saw him at the university, and now it's white.
Huh. I like how that's how they show that people got older. He's like, let's just
White
dye
hair.
their hair white.
Yeah. They gotta still be recognizable. Go to the barcade.
Hey. I can't wait for the turn where like Big Luke reveals that he's actually an evil mastermind, and I'm just gonna go, oh!
Oh! I couldn't have seen it coming!
You'll never see it coming. God, I miss Persona 5 so much.
I wish the ending was good.
Did you play Royal yet?
No, it's not out on Switch yet.
We should at some point. Hey Grant, let's move
Yeah.
in together so we can play Royal.
Like Persona. So we can play Persona 5 Royal and Uncharted 2.
Yes!
What would that even be like, though? Can't imagine you two living together.
I know.
It would never happen.
We definitely don't have compatible lifestyles. One of us likes tuna, and the other one's a human being.
Fuck off! Oh, you piece of shit.
One of us is actually just a human-shaped sack full of cats, apparently.
No!
Oh.
cut to me and I'm like standing in a box sharpening my nails against like a piece of wood.
And it's like,
No!
I feel like we're almost about to hit a point where it would be pertinent to kind of end this portion of stream.
Yeah. I think we could do it right at this conversation pretty much.
Yeah. So Grant, I do have to ask, from your memory and recollection of this game, how many more sessions do you think it would take to finish?
No, that depends if we have progress streams.
Really? Okay.
Like, so we're at like 50 whatever puzzles solved. There is the one I do remember that it's like in the near end of the game, there is a puzzle gate that says you need to have solved like 70 or 75. So while we're like getting there number wise, we're also solving every single puzzle we come across. So it's gonna be a little bit farther down the road. But yeah, I believe it's like 75 puzzles or something is the final like puzzle gate to not the end of the game, but like the last
gate before, you know, whatever,
before like big stuff happens. And lot more.
You mean like the front door to the Dracula's castle, you know? Exactly
like that. Yeah.
The numbered plates you ordered have finally arrived. But wait a second. Oh, misfortune! The manufacturer painted all the numbers on backwards by mistake. You'd like to use them as soon as possible, but it will take quite a while to fix each and every plate. To save time, the manufacturer would like you to make do with the plates that you can use as is. Only send back the ones that must be fixed.
5 can be a 2 and 2 can be a 5, so those ones are fine. 7 you can just spin around and that becomes fine. 8 is fine. 9 can be 6 and 6 can be 9. I think 4's fucked. And that's it? Am I wrong? Because you can spin 3 around. Because right now it's like an E, but you can spin 3. You can make 5 look like a 2, and 2 look like a 5. 9 look like a 6. 6 look like a 9. 8, 1, and 0 don't matter. And they just decided to draw 7 as if it was like a wedge. So I think it doesn't matter which angle you display it from. You just, like, there's the 2 angles. If this is wrong, I'm gonna select 7 as well, but we'll see.
That should do the trick.
Okay.
That should suck the dick.
That should
do the trick.
Oh, I looked up the answer, and I don't understand it.
Wow.
To be completely honest.
It's not reassuring.
Yeah, 4 can work.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you turn it...
Yeah, never mind. Yeah. Wait, so what's the wrong one?
It's not 7 either.
What the fuck? Is it none of them?
No, there are 2 plates that need to be switched, and it is definitely not the ones I thought. And I don't understand why.
I'm sure we'll be enlightened very shortly after.
I guess 6 and 9? Let's try that.
That should do the trick.
Yep. But why is
because they're backwards. If you try to spin them.
Oh, if you try to flip it, it will still be backwards.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I just said 6 and 9 were fine because 5 and 2 were fine.
Right.
I just realized it's 6 and 9 because 6 and 9 is a funny number.
That's true. Holy shit.
Oh man.
We've
bottle of milk.
It.
Okay.
I think we're
remember that the first thing we're doing in this tomorrow is we're doing the bird puzzle.
All right.
Well, that was great. We'll be back with more Unwound Future tomorrow. In the meantime, we do have an hour left of stream, and I know exactly what we're gonna play, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So I will see you tomorrow, Grant.
Goodbye.
Bye. Okay. I did save, right? Yeah, I did. Okay.
Good day. Oh.
By the way, Zach,
That's me.
how trustworthy are, like, if you look up pictures and you're like, oh, like free pictures or like to use or whatever, how trustworthy do you think they are?
In what way? As in they're free?
Yeah.
Trustworthy as in these things are free? Pretty likely.
Okay. Because that's also because I was just reminded of myself of like, oh, I had looked up like free like images of like whatever, which is like my background and like the thing that my side image I used. And I was like, oh, I wonder if that actually has any impact on like anything.
I do not know. I do not know.
But I did resolve my audio issue.
That's very
which is
good.
fantastic.
I am glad to hear it, Saba. I am glad that you are figuring out the solutions to problems.
Yes.
My
Instead of just
internet is very
repeating
bad
stuff
right
you've
now because
already
I am
done.
installing a game real quick. I had to do an update. All right, I'm
Well,
watching
at least
it.
I know too, since you said that like you're not. So next weekend you are not doing this. You are busy.
No,
right?
I might not be doing this. I'm not sure.
You might not. Okay, well that's still good to know that you might not. Yes, maybe.
Friday,
Maybe
I
know
definitely
that.
will not be streaming.
Okay, because I figure like it's probably the best time to at least try a tentative like stream. Well, no, I mean technically having you would be useful because you could help me with stuff, but like if you were here, you would be streaming, you know.
Hypothetically, yes. There we go.
Oh, is this? I'm even actually like a little inclined now to get this game. Just because it is interesting. And at least it's cute.
It is in fact cute, I can confirm.
A little bit gory, but cute.
A little bit.
It's extremely gory.
It's Igor.
It's Igory. All right. I don't remember exactly where I left.
Oh my god. Game is stuttering the hell out of Discord.
I wish I could help, but I do not know how.
It's alright.
Okay, did I? Okay, this guy, this fucker's sick right now, so he's dying.
Luckily, it's not stuttering in stream, so you're fine.
Good to know.
Can I get more? I've already done my daily sermon. Okay, so I can't do that. Okay, I got my fertilizer. What do I want?
Basic decorations?
I want a tabernacle.
So how is this game, Zach? Is it difficult?
It's extremely good.
It's not difficult per se,
but it is very good. I'll tell you that for free.
all right. I need
Interesting.
like,
Looking at your face, your voice is way more expressive than your face is.
What do you mean?
Like when you're talking, like I expect like something like your face to change in a certain way, and it's just deadpan, and then you're like talking in this weird way, and I'm like, this is weird.
That's literally
Like,
all
my
I can
face-
do is talk funny.
No, I know, but I imagine your face changing in some kind of way, and it doesn't, and I'm just like, I don't understand how this works.
Saba's imagining you're like the Mario face from like the title screen of Super Mario 64 whenever you talk.
You'll give me one.
Fuck you, spider guy.
So I've been told my face, like, gives a lot of stuff away, or my face changes a lot, just to see Zach, like, eh. But, like, his voice is so expressive, I'm like, what's happening there? When did the Matrix break? Or are we still in it?
What do you mean? All
He's
right.
asking to be converted.
This guy is going to be a fox. He's going to be dark green. And he's going to have this symbol on his head. Just like everyone else. You are gonna be a wood chopper. Sacrifice whom you're in a sacrificial ritual. Sure, let's go for it, dude. This is going to ruin me, but I will absolutely sacrifice this motherfucker. All right, sacrifice of the flesh. He should be white with a red face. Where? Oh, he's sick right now. Right. I can't sacrifice a sick person. That would be worthless. This is fucking buck up, dude. You're about to die. All right. Now let's actually get to the stuff.
Gameplay.
Let's get to the reason why we are here. Ooh. Sure. A necromantic axe. When you slaying a foe, chance to summon a ghost that will attack nearby enemies. Cool. What is this? Projectile that spreads black ichor on landing.
Oh, Adrian, you saw my stream setup thing. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was cool.
I'm just showing up because I don't know what else to talk about right now.
I mean, we can still talk. If there's any banter topics that you wanted to do.
Was there any of those previous banter ideas, Zach, that you wanted to talk to Adrian about?
That I wanted to talk to Adrian about.
I've been putting a lot of game design stuff in.
Or we could do some of those.
Okay, let's do the most recent one that wasn't me getting doxxed.
Yeah, I'm about to say you getting doxxed, my favorite game design.
Let's talk about quest items that are actually useful. So, I stopped recently, but before, like a few weeks ago, I was playing through Golden Sun, and right. I remembered that mostly in the most recent game, but a little bit in the previous games, there were quest items, which are basically items that, you can't move your inventory, they have a slot, and they're like quest important, right? But also, a lot of them are actually equipment that you can equip in your characters and are actually useful in combat. Now let's think about how many fucking games there are where you have quest items that are basically just, they literally just take up space in your inventory, and how often and why aren't more of them just actually useful?
Well, because I guess this kind of is determined by what you define as a quest item, right? Because the thing that immediately comes to my mind is the vast majority of items from the Legend of Zelda series, right? Because the vast majority of them are mandatory, and I would describe them as quest items because you need them in order to complete the game. But then again, I don't know if that's really in the same vein of what you're describing, right?
Sure.
So.
Yeah.
So those are pretty useful, more often than not. So that might just be an outlier, I suppose, in this particular conversation. There's a lot of generic RPGs where it's just oh, here's a MacGuffin that allows you to move to the next area.
I guess to me, part of it is that these items I'm talking about are also very narratively important. There's
right.
in Golds and Dark Dawn, there's like an equipment set called Umbral Gear, and it's important because there's a big eclipse where evil things happen, and there's like dark stuff in the eclipse. And the Umbral Gear is useful because it's like the old gear of an old warrior, and there's like a big story. It's mandatory, but also it's the best set of equipment you can get for one of your characters who is like high for the quest like story and stuff. So it's just like the boomerang in Legend of Zelda is a boomerang. You need to get it, but it's also just a boomerang.
That's true. Okay, so narrative significant. So a narratively significant key item that is also just useful. Because I actually do kind of understand what you're getting at a little bit, where it's like a lot of narratively significant items aren't inherently useful.
Yeah,
So
like
the thing is, why would they introduce something to you that's like useful to you only to then take it away for narrative purposes?
Well, I mean, you don't necessarily have to take away a key item, right?
Yeah.
In fact, I would assume that if it's useful, they would probably let you keep it. Or maybe take it away for, like, significance. You know what I mean? Make it seem like, oh, this big event occurred.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
I guess I'm just thinking broadly, because it's not exactly a key item, but in Final Fantasy III, one of your quests says, you must go through the world and save the crystals, which is literally sounds like the most generic thing ever. But
yes,
every time you go to a crystal, the crystal speaks to you like, I am going to give you my power, blah. And then it unlocks a bunch of new classes for all your characters to like level up and progress in every time you go to a crystal.
That's cool.
Yeah, which I think is kind of neat. It's not just you go to the crystal and then you save it. You also get a thing from the crystal that helps you in your journey further.
You know what I think a more subtle part of this conversation is? I think we're actually discussing. I think this is an extension again of the extrinsic versus intrinsic reward system. Because if a key item is introduced with narrative significance, but it doesn't actually have a practical significance. Fucking Jesus, dude. But it doesn't have a practical significance. It feels less rewarding to somebody who values extrinsic reward over intrinsic reward. Because for somebody who doesn't mind intrinsic rewards, the fact that they got a key item, period, is enough.
Sure.
You know?
You know what a neat example of that is Pokemon. The quest items in that game are generally just for the quest specifically, but also in I think most of the gens, badges give you stat boosts for your Pokemon, which is never really explained. Yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon where that's the case, but it's never. The reason you're saying this is because it's never explained. No one ever mentions that.
A lot of the badges give you a very like straight up like your units have more attack or whatever.
Yeah, it's like very small percentages for all the stats. Like, oh, this badge gives all your Pokemon slightly more defense.
Wow, I literally never knew that.
It's because it's never fucking explained anywhere, but it's a really weird fun fact about the Pokemon badges.
That is, like, I think that is the definition of a fun fact. Because now I'm like, oh, cool. I wonder why they did that.
It's in generations 1 through 3, some badges boost the stats of a player's Pokemon. This boost did not exist from Gen 4 onward for some fucking reason.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's because it was taken away. That's why.
I guess it's just because in Gen 1, 2, and 3 they wanted the badges to feel more significant. But they already did because it was part of progression, and you got to use an 8 gem that allowed you to progress.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know about that. That's weird.
Yeah. Very strange, but I don't know. I just wanted to mention how I kind of I'm a little. I'm not like angry, but I'm a little like, oh, it's a shame whenever I see like, oh, you have the legendary scabbard of Ysgrimor's friend, and you're like, what does it do? It's like, oh, well, you take it to the other place, and then you get gold.
You know, a reward. But it's boring though. It's not a fun reward.
Why can't I put a sword in the scabbard to make it glow like a giant laser beam? And it's like, no, you can't. It's like, but it's in the item description. Like, yeah, but that's not for you.
But we don't. But no.
That was just
We
flavor.
didn't have time to program it in.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other games that have like good key items that are like useful with narrative significance. Even a lot of CRPGs do. Oh yeah.
Really, I would think that CRPGs are also like the biggest criminal when it comes to making shit that literally is just plot relevant, not useful in the game.
I'm thinking of Pillars of Eternity. There's a couple like key items that you get along the way, and they literally just give you, because you were describing like in Final Fantasy 3, like when you get the crystal or whatever, it unlocks like a bunch of character classes. There's like several instances in Pillars of Eternity where you get a thing and it like unlocks a bunch of abilities that weren't accessible to you prior. I guess that's literally HMs, but on like a grander scale, but you get the idea.
I guess. I don't remember. I didn't play through all of Pillars of Eternity 1, so I don't remember if those are plot relevant or not.
You might. Well, I thought they were. I thought they were plot relevant because the Pillars 1 was all about like the world's falling apart because God's dead or whatever.
Yeah.
That being said, I also might be thinking of Tyranny. I did play
both
of. I did think of. I was playing both of them around the same period of time.
They're very similar games too.
Not even made. Like I don't even. If I remember correctly, I don't even think that they were made by the same studio.
No, they weren't. They just happened to be
very similar.
Two isometric real-time pause CRPGs released around the same time with similar art styles. It's very strange.
Do you have one that you can think of, Saba? A narratively significant key item that is also useful mechanically?
I haven't even played it, but I feel like something in Kingdom Hearts would be like that, right?
I don't know if anything's narratively significant in Kingdom Hearts.
Wait, Saba, what'd you say again?
I'm like, I haven't played the game, but I would imagine something in like Kingdom Hearts, like, I don't know, you get a new Keyblade or something, and it's like somewhat significant.
There's I can as a resident Kingdom Hearts expert.
Keep the asset, yes, because Grant just left.
In Kingdom Hearts, first of all, obviously the Keyblade is very plot relevant itself, the base thing. The way that you get different Keyblades is you switch out the keychain in the bottom and transforms the blade. And most of the keychains are just given to you at the end of a thing as a reward. It's like, thanks for being a good friend and helping me with my quest. Here you go. And then you get it, you can change your Keyblade, and that powers it up. One of them is from Kairi, because she's like your friend, and this is after you save her, and it's like, oh, that's cool, but you don't need it for anything, and it's also, honestly, at that point, being kind of a shitty Keyblade. But, she gives you a dumpy, bad Keyblade with bad stats, but it looks cool. Yeah, I mean, when you first meet Donald and Goofy, they give you the ability to cast fire and dodge roll, respectively. You don't need those, but they're useful. There's not really anything you get in the game that is... Yeah, no, Kingdom Hearts is pretty bad about that. There's a lot of MacGuffins that don't actually do anything in the world. Kingdom Hearts.
What if you believed that they did?
I gotta believe in the power of the hope.
I gotta believe in the power of darkness.
No, that's wrong, Sora.
The wrong thing, Sora.
Wrong side of the narrative, Sora.
Oh, sorry. Then I gotta destroy the light of hope. No?
That's the same side, Sora.
He's like, Goofy's getting all nervous.
You just double negative yourself out. You're in the same place.
You're in the same place you started. Oh, that's really good. I'll take a vampiric sword. Look at my vampiric sword.
Did it replace your axe?
Yes, you can only hold one weapon.
Oh.
So my axe deals more damage, but the sword has like an actual hit combo, so I can use it easier.
Cool.
Yes.
Also, another game thing I wanted to talk about. Addressing soft lock. Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Addressing soft locks, because I know that some games take a lot of effort to try to prevent them from happening, but
a large portion of the QA process, yeah.
I think it would be kind of funny if instead of like preventing it from happening in the first place, you just like have some sort of code. And I think this is probably a lot harder. But if you were able to register when the player is soft locked, just have a little cutscene playing like, oh shit, and they like warp them back to wherever they weren't soft locked before.
They kind of do something like that in the Stanley Parable DLC, but it's not really a soft lock. Like, it's because Stanley Parable is all about, like, finding unique endings and stuff, right?
Right.
So it's kind of in the same vein of what you're describing, but it's an intentional soft lock. The game just makes it seem like you're not where you're supposed to be. But they kind of do the same thing where, like, you fall out of this, like, one part in the world and you're just falling through, like, empty space. And the narrator goes, well, we're stuck now.
Yeah.
He asks you, can you open up the menu and like restart checkpoint or something? And when you go to open up the menu, it just starts flashing back and forth before closing forever. And he's like, well, you really did it.
I think it'd be funny if more games did that instead of trying to prevent it from happening in the first place.
I think in a similar vein, I genuinely think more media in general, whether it's a video game or whatever, needs to lean into bloopers, like acknowledging the silliness that happens sometimes, you know.
I miss the old like Pixar bloopers after credits.
Do you know why they stopped doing that?
Because it's expensive and time consuming.
Well, I mean, yes, literally, obviously, but like the internal like discussion apparently about the bloopers was that people who weren't savvy, that like, oh, these are like riffing on bloopers, because, you know, it's 3D just like everything else, and so there were people who were like didn't understand what was happening, and so they would see the bloopers and be like, is the movie over? What's happening? Like, what is this? And like people would be like confused at the end of the movie, and I was like, I like that. I like the idea of it being like just some silly people just not realizing what's happening.
I mentioned this a different stream, but I like I like when characters from media are shown and like they're like in like director's chairs and they're like looking over a script or something, or like at the table like eating dinner as if they're like done shooting or whatever, instead of like actually in character. I think it's fun. As
You
layer charm.
ever see the, I don't remember what year it would have been, but it was best animated movie at the Oscars, and they did like this special thing where all of the movies who were candidates that year contributed this little segment of their character like sitting and getting interviewed about like their potential to win, and like fucking Coraline was there. I'm pretty sure Fantastic Mr. Fox was there. It was really great. I remember watching that live and thinking that it was so cool.
That is cool. I don't watch award shows, but that does sound cool.
I mean, the Oscars were never good, but that was back when they would do like cool little things every now and again. Oh no! It's me. Holy fuck. Yes, Saba, what's funny?
Nothing, just, you know, a comment you made about yourself.
No!
Oh, but you're the one who said it, so it must be true then.
Who said it?
You.
Who said it? I'll fight him.
I think you need to look inward, sir.
I want to talk about something that I am mildly passionate about now about games, and that is perma-miss collectibles.
Passionate in which way?
I fucking hate them.
I was about to say, because if you said you liked them, I was gonna fight you.
Why would you punish the player for not doing an optional thing by making so they never do the optional thing?
I can give you 2 words. It's called replay value.
Fuck you.
No, but I'm saying that's the legit idea, right?
I guess, but like, I don't know. Because it's not even like, I'm not even thinking about like, okay, maybe there's like a thing where like, oh, narratively it doesn't make sense if you're able to go back and get this. Like, I'm talking about like, I was so mad because one thing I hate about Golden Sun is in Golden Sun Dark Dawn, the thing I hate the most about that sequel is that there's a bunch of special like spheres that you're supposed to collect through the game that give you like powers and stuff, and they're like really important because they give your characters the ability to kill things really good. And you can just miss like a bunch of them. You can miss like out of like I think 89 or something. You can miss like, you can just straight up miss 13 of them or something forever and never get them again. And it's really frustrating how you can just be like, all right, I'm gonna check how many gin I can get. And I was like, oh yeah, you're just screwed. You can't get them anymore. You're forever locked out of the next amount of classes, and your character will always be weaker for it the entire time. Can't go back and get them. And Golden Sun 1 and 2 made it so you could always go back and collect the gin that you miss. Dark Dawn, no, for some reason.
I do obviously agree that there is genuinely no reason to, you know, have that kind of mechanic, especially like by modern standards. Permamis collectibles do nothing but frustrate players.
Like I can kind of understand it if it's tied to like, oh well, you need to make a very important narrative decision. You're going to decide with the Blargons or the Bingos, and if you go decide the Bingos, you can't get the Blargon sword. But like, in a game that's like straightforward and linear, there's no point. Like, why would you do that in like a straightforward linear game where you don't like make big branching choices that like lock you off from things? Except collectibles, I guess. So I didn't go to the Cave of Bargus, and when I was passing by, I didn't think there was anything in there.
I'm sorry I didn't go to the I'm sorry I didn't go to the Cave of Bargus. I had just finished going to the Cave of Wanton, Farney, like a million other locations, and I was really tired.
Farney, Scritris, Blago.
And literally none of them had anything in them, so I assumed that this was the same thing.
Yeah.
I need a morsel. Give me this spider. Saba, we're eating spiders.
I guess that's one way of exterminating them, right? That's one way.
Please spare me.
Choose new form. Choose the form of your follower.
Choose food.
There we go. This guy's going to be a cyan teal color.
Isn't this the same one as before?
I watched a playthrough of the Impossible Quiz the other day.
It was slightly greener, Saba. Don't be silly.
Okay. I just don't remember. It's been so long.
You're always being so silly all the time. Why do you choose to be silly like you are?
You know what? Choose teeth.
That's true. That's correct.
I love it when my people are sleeping. It reminds me
when
that
teeth
they're
chew
alive.
food.
I don't.
Or do you prefer to gum food down instead?
It hurts.
It's like Farkas from Skyrim. It hurts when I chew food.
This game is really lucky that it's cute. Yes, trees. All right,
The bed has collapsed. What kind of cult are you running here?
Listen, the beds are made out of literal sticks. All right, there's only so much I can do. All right, we're cooking.
I have some craftsmen.
I don't have that ability yet, actually.
When are you gonna houses for these people?
I want to, but I don't have enough fucking. I don't have enough wood. There you go. I now have 40 something wood and a bunch of stone. That's exactly what I was hoping for. All right, we don't have time for this bullshit. Also, there's gonna be a lot of people who do not have food this morning, so I gotta deal with that real quick. The farmer, like you can have one of your followers be a farmer, but they don't actually harvest food. They just grow it and then let it get eaten by birds. Oh, I also need to check the outhouse now that I think about it.
Music's so friggin' happy.
Okay, how long into staying at a friend's place or at a, like, professional place, how long do you have to have stay there before you feel comfortable asking for the Wi-Fi?
I would
Wait,
say...
sorry, repeat what type of place this is again?
Yeah.
Because?
Either you're at a friend's house or you're going to, like, a professional place that you're going to be there for a couple hours, at least.
It's my friend's house, then, like, instantly. I'd just be like, hey, can you give me the Wi-Fi?
Is this the first time that I've been over their house in a while?
This is the first time we're going to their house, period.
Okay, because my answer is that it would be after a reasonable amount of conversation has passed, if that makes sense.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, if we're not talking about something, if we're not doing something, I'll be like, hey, what's the Wi-Fi?
Gotcha, okay.
Shrine Flame Bundle.
What about a professional place where, like, you know, you're gonna, like, imagine you get a new job. How long does it take you to ask for the Wi-Fi there?
That's particularly tricky because there's an implication there that you're going to be on your phone instead of working.
And
So
what if you ask for it on your break?
That's a good point, I guess. I don't know. That's a good question.
For me, it took me about 4 months to ask for the Wi-Fi at my workplace.
At the work.
at the school. Only to find out that the school Wi-Fi blocks literally everything, so there's no point. So it's sad.
Changed my mind. Getting this one.
Anyway.
That's it. I mean, 4 months is obviously a little long, but, you know, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's almost halfway through the day and I haven't even done my sermon yet. What a fool I am. All right, I want this guy. Yeah, there you go. Next level. Oh, I love it when my people are loyal to me. All right, time to sacrifice a motherfucker. Oh, he's definitely like, he's definitely my best follower. I'm sad that I have to kill him. I do get another level though, which is pretty cool. All right, get that. Might of the Devout.
I found a cute image. Here you go. This is Kirby and his friends.
Kirby, Kibi, Colby, and Kevin.
That's pretty good.
I saw someone commented that the last one should have been named Eugene.
Kirby, Kibi, Colby, and Eugene.
It's a good joke whenever there's like a group of similar named people and the last guy's name something
You mean
completely
like
different.
when we were doing our Zelda and it was what was it? It was
Tingles, ankle, something, and
Jesse came for you. Adrian, where's Red Kirby?
if you'll actually know, those are the original 4 color palettes for Kirby, and Red Kirby did Kirby the Amazing Mirror, so go suck my fucking leg.
I don't think he's watching stream, but message that back to him, please. I want to see his response.
I'm gonna hit him with something more devastating instead.
Okay.
Glory.
Boom. Nerd emoji. That's how you just destroy anyone in a Discord argument. Just nerd emoji.
All right, guess what, motherfuckers? We're doing an immediate sermon, an immediate ritual. The ritual of toil.
Ritual of toys.
You guys will work non-stop for 3 days, and you won't bitch about it. Get hype.
Well, like biblical shit. And they worked for 3 days and 3 nights without stopping, and then they died in reverence to God.
They're only gonna die a little bit. It's fine.
And then they died a little bit in reverence to God.
In reverence to God, and that's why it's okay. Minced
Don't think about it too
follower
much.
meat. Holy shit, that's fucked up. I didn't know you could just do that. 75% chance of the follower dying instantly. Oh my god, that's awful. Well, I gotta cook some food, I guess. I like this cooking minigame. They also have a fishing minigame, but I can't use it.
Can you just hire someone else to cook for you?
Not yet. Like you have to go really deep into the game before you can start getting people that can actually do shit.
Wow.
Oh, hello. This guy leveled up. Thank you for your devotion.
But you can later on, right?
Yes. There is a like super late in the upgrade tree. You start getting motherfuckers that can just do it on their own, farm and cook and all that other jazz. So that way you can just focus on the what do you call it? The dungeon crawling aspect. All right, there you go. Where the goddamn is the farmer? Get over there. Oh my god, a bunch of people just immediately shat themselves.
Hire a janitor.
I actually can hire a janitor.
Is he useful? Does he do his job?
When he wants to, sure.
Wow.
And that's part of the problem, is that sometimes the followers just don't want to do certain jobs. The followers are always really excited to pray, chop wood, and smack rocks, but if it's literally anything else, they don't do as well.
I mean, I guess they're cultists for a reason.
All right, you, sir, you're gonna get a gift. Yep, give a gift of a flower necklace. Oh, sorry, that was literally the same guy I gave the last flower necklace to. He's wearing it around his neck.
They're not cultists because they function exceptionally well in society.
There we go. A little bit of loyalty. All right, now time for you. A little bit of loyalty.
This kind of makes sense that all your followers are kind of dumbasses.
Well, they follow my orders extremely well. If I tell them to do something, they'll do it. But if I don't tell them to do something, they'll just fuck themselves to death.
It sounds like me at work trying to not do anything. That was literally a compliment question mark I got from one of the people from my supervisor. Who's like, or not, I like overheard it, and one of them was saying like, yeah, agent works really well if you tell him what to do. And I was like,
you tell him what to do.
And I was like,
that's
cool.
a little
What does that imply?
backhanded, but I would still take the compliment. I would still be like, thanks.
I'm not gonna start shit because I don't want to deal with that. But I mean, like, okay, whatever you say, man.
There we go. We got another fragment of a commandment going on. Okay, and convert resources into how much wood do I have right now? I have 50 something. I'm gonna head to the lighthouse real quick. Housing the homeless, build a sleeping bag. Fine, I'll build a fucking sleeping bag. God damn. Who wants to fucking sleep in a sleeping bag, dude? There you go. Collect a reward from somebody. Thank you. Cool, just a big boost of loyalty. That was totally worth my time. I got what, like 20 minutes left? I am definitely playing this until like 3 a.m. by the way, when stream's over.
Oh my god. Okay.
I need a oh, I only had a fucking I never have enough stuff. I always need more goddamn stuff. Okay. I could place it like right here. That'll be like mostly fine. All right, edit buildings. Right there, I think. Move farm plot. Yep. Hit it with my farm's plot against me. All right, there we go. Build that shit. Oh, you know what, Tealman? I did not inspire you today. What, Saba, do you think that you would fall to Satanism if the leader of the cult was an adorable little lamb?
Nah.
Bad?
Yeah,
just be like,
Did she just say
I would
bad?
just
She's already a member of the Cult of the Lamb.
I would just pet the thing, and I would be like, good for you. And
To be
then
fair, I'm basically already philosophically very similar to Satanists. So
The only difference between me and a Satanist is actually saying it out loud.
it's saying it out loud and believing in magic.
There we go.
Because fundamentally, Satanism is the opposite of Christianity philosophically, which means that they're all for individualism and hedonism, which I agree with.
Yeah. Okay.
They believe
we got
in
some
learning
stuff.
things, thinking for yourself, not going with the group. And I think I'm not like the other girls personally.
Oh, hey.
On account of that, I'm not a girl.
You could be.
By nature's boon. Fire projectile when you swing your weapon, 10-second cool. Ooh, that sounds not bad. Harvest bonus resources. 20% more damage during the day. That's so interesting. Oh, I could just buy like all of them. What is these? Oh! What is this one? Farm plot sign. Organize your farm with handy signposts. I don't want none of this decoration shit. Alright, I'm gonna go fishing.
What should I order for food tonight?
You should order pasta.
Pasta? I haven't had pasta in a while.
Should order
Look at my options.
You should order a non-typical mac and cheese style dish.
I don't like mac and cheese.
Yeah, non-traditional. That's what I said. Non-traditional as in like spaghetti.
Very, very spicy. I will say I had chicken tenders last night from like a new place, and they were really good. They're really thin and crispy, which I really like. I know it's like it's not good value, but I don't like big, thick chicken tenders that are like you like giving a blowjob when you bite through it. At first, it's like crunchy and biteable.
Crunchy and biteable was my nickname in high school.
How thick do you like your chicken strips, Zach? Do you like to get quote unquote value out of your buck, or do you prefer if it's crispier and thinner?
I want crispier. I definitely don't want it to be too thin. I think that's obvious, like a pretty obvious like statement. I don't think anybody would really begrudge me for that statement. But at the same time, like I do want it to be crunchy. That's why I'm getting the fried chicken tender to begin with.
Sure. I'll ask one other person and I'll let someone else decide whether I should get chicken tenders or pasta.
crispy chicken tendies.
You should get crispy chicken pasta.
You know, in Ireland they call those goujons.
It like the mustard?
No. They call I think what is it? Chicken tenders. Chicken goujons.
Do they not know what a chicken is?
Why is our stuff called, you know, chicken nuggets?
Because it's a little nugget of chicken.
What? Woof. Let's define what goujon is. I don't freaking know, but let's do it.
Goujon is a great word, though. I'm glad that it's not a real word.
Goujon sounds like a New England insult.
The word itself is just
you
literally
fucking
a small
goujon
strip
over
of fish
here.
put in breadcrumbs and deep
Fucking-
fried.
This fucking Galoo Goujon.
Okay, here we go. I'm going deep for this.
Goujon. I'm sick
The
and
word
tired of this guy.
goujon derives from the French word. I can't pronounce
Dijon.
French. I don't know what it is, which is common name for a number of smash-water fish. However,
Mesh
goujon is
culture?
also commonly used to refer to strips of chicken.
But I
Wait,
thought
what
it was
culture
a
you
fish.
say?
Is it chicken or is it
What?
fish?
It's both.
What
You
culture?
can't be
Hang on,
both. You have to have
what,
one
what
or the
culture did
other.
you say? Did you say
No.
Smish culture?
No, I said Irish.
I said
Oh, I
squish
said
culture.
Smish.
No, it's a goujon. It's a noun, a small strip of fish or chicken coated in breadcrumbs and deep fried.
Also, sorry, Zach, you've been outvoted. All my other friends in the other group chat say chicken tendy.
They are uncultured. It's
Get those
obvious that the correct answer
goujons,
is pasta.
Adrian.
Zozo.
Should I get... Okay, next question. Should I get regular or hot chicken tenders?
Hot, spicy.
Get hot and then get a sauce to cool you down if you can't handle the heat. But I don't know if you can or can't handle the heat. So
I had them yesterday. They're pretty good. Yeah, handle it.
What does this do? Uh-oh, did I just buy something by accident? I did. I bought a follower form. Oh, that looks cool. It's like a fennec fox. Sorry, fennec dog.
Wow.
you're a horrible person.
But it's funny though.
Which
Never,
sauce
it's
should
never
I
funny.
get? Honey mustard, barbecue, ranch, or buffalo? I have ranch at home.
I was gonna say ranch.
Should I just get
Honey
ranch?
mustard?
No, you should
I
get
can
something
get
that you don't
ranch
have
too.
at home.
Sure.
That's why I
So,
suggested honey mustard.
so honey mustard, barbecue, or buffalo?
Honey mustard, I agree with Saba. The second best
Okay.
thing on
I
that
don't
list
get
is honey
what buffalo
mustard, I
is.
think.
Okay.
But if something's already spicy, usually buffalo sauce is kind of like a spicy sauce too, right? That's why I was just like honey mustard.
Spicy-ish, yeah.
I don't like buffalo flavor. It's weird. I don't like how sour it is, personally.
Tastes like a cow.
I don't know if I go that far, but sure.
Have you ever eaten a cow?
No.
How would you know? Never thought of that, did you?
I did not.
Oh, one of my dudes is fucking old now. Oh shit, I forgot that my people would literally die of old age. That's inconvenient for me.
Not old age.
Is being a cultist.
Is that why it's like you have to sacrifice them? Like their flesh before they get
You're a
old?
genius, Saba. I'll just sacrifice. Oh, he's. I need more time before I can kill them. But that's a really good idea, Saba. I should just sacrifice them first. Oh, you know what? I need to
Make it like
them.
Midsommar.
I need them to believe in the afterlife. All cult members will gain the belief in afterlife trait and only lose 5 faith when a follower dies instead of 20. Or all cult members will gain the belief in sacrifice trait plus 20 faith when another cult member is sacrificed. I'm gonna lessen the impact of death, I think, so that way I can recover. Because you can easily recover 5 faith by just feeding people. It's really easy. Belief in afterlife is interesting. Hey, look at that Gamuku. No, wait, what was it? Gujan!
Gujan!
Look at Gujan over here!
This fucking Gujan.
This fucking Gujan thinking that he knows what he is doing, but he does not know what he is doing, in fact.
This is a fucking Gujan.
Patient to heal your sick followers. They're fucking sick! Alright, should I invest in better housing for my people, or stuff that will actually generate resources for me? If I get more resources, I could get more housing, right? That is just kind of like... It's kind of like a chicken and the egg situation. I don't know which one I should get first. Straight up, I don't have enough wood for a second lumberyard. What the fuck? Now I do. Oh, what the hell? Oh, you only get a certain amount of wood and stone out of them. That's bad. I didn't know that. Well, hopefully that's not going to be too deleterious to me. All right, I need. Let's. You know what? Fucking. How about some? I don't know. What do I not need here? There you go. I got 30. Now let's get a stone going. Stoneman. There you go.
Paul Stoneman.
Paul Stoneman. Golem at law. Golem at law.
Golden lamb.
There you go. That's all set. Let me check the outhouse. No one's shit today, so that's great. Oh, they're probably starving to death. That's probably not good. I can make them. I can make them 30. I can make them 30 gruel. Oh, I got a bunch of fish. Yes. There you go.
By the way, what did you think of that image of Mike from Breaking Bad consulting Maya on what to do?
Great. Yeah, I agree with Grant when he says that this like fucking Mike Ehrmantraut meme that's been going around is one of the best in for a long time.
How much better do you think case 1-2 would have gone if Mike actually said that
if he
to
was
her?
there to like help them to help Maya not completely implicate herself?
Yeah.
It probably would have went a lot better, yeah. I don't know. Obviously, what's-her-face would still be dead. Right? Dude,
Right.
You're literally fucking sick. Just go to bed. Stop vomiting all over my people. Yeah, get some bed rest, dude. I know I need you working or whatever, but I also need you to not just shit on the floor. Like that's also important to not do.
I am too frail, great leader. I only have but a few days left.
I need to sacrifice this motherfucker.
He's wearing the same white robe that they did in Midsommar. Like, he's ready, man.
Midsommar.
Throw him off there.
Why are you
off the
saying
cliff.
it like you are a Spanish pirate?
It's
Midsommar.
Let's have a pirate movie called Midsommar.
Pirate movie called Deep Soma. All right. Let's see. Yes, Adrian.
I just found I may go down a rabbit hole later of a thing called VX Twitter / freakout fights.
No, I don't want it. I don't want it.
No, it's really good. Watch, please.
Oh my god. Sorry.
All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty extremely good.
I like the pretty extremely part of it, yeah.
Do you have a problem?
No, I just... Good word choice.
I feel like you're being sassy with me again.
You always think that way,
You've
though,
been
so it's
having
new.
you've been doing this more
What's
and more.
new, Zach? This is the same
You've been doing
shit you
this
give me all-
more and more frequently, and I don't fucking appreciate it.
I don't know what you're talking about, Zach. I think it's all just in your imagination.
You can't fucking gaslight me. I gaslight you.
Are you sure, Zach? Or do you just think you do?
Fuck you, Jesus. It's so easy to catch a spider when you can just roll after them. Okay. Oh, right, they don't sleep anymore.
Just watching it, trying to figure out this shoe. Get this shoe up and then ate shit.
Is that the same video?
Yeah, I'm still on this video. It's so good. Like his shoe went flying. He slipped. He was doing okay until I don't know what went on, but everything went downhill when his shoe went flying off.
No, do I have enough wood to like fix some shit? I do. I can make some beds. All right, rise and shine, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing a sermon immediately because I think I'm gonna get a level up.
You walk up to that still. Do each of you think you have what it takes to be an evil billionaire?
I mean, I did max out my my production stat line like immediately, so
It's
that's really good.
callback.
Will cause collect fervor to decrease your divine inspiration bar. Oh, Yes, I will take that.
Valor with a U there. Wow. This game is made in Europe.
I don't believe it. All right, rituals. First, we can't ritual sacrifice yet, but we can ritual of feasting.
The extra U in words like favor stands for Europe.
All these guys look upset. I don't know why that chair is empty and this other guy's just standing. What's wrong with them?
This should give me a lot of faith because everybody just ate. There you go. See now they're like neutral because it's not as low. What else? I could do enlightenment. Temporary increase the devotion generation speed at your shrine.
You get a game over if your followers just stop believing.
Kinda. If it gets low enough, people start speaking heresy to you, or speaking heresy about you, and then that's when you gotta start like slaughtering people in like broad daylight. Yeah. Build a decoration? Sure, I can probably build some decoration. Yes, please shit in the outhouse. Thank you, God.
That is what it was designed for.
Fucking, because you have to keep it away from where most of your people are because the outhouse itself is considered disgusting, so it will make people like get sick and vomit. But you also have to keep it close enough that people will actually fucking use it.
You have to clean it out once in a while.
Oh, absolutely. It only holds like 4 piles of shit. And you'll notice I have like 13 people.
Kind of a shitty outhouse, but I'm kind of.
Ah, this is fucking. Oh. God, I wish I could sacrifice some of these motherfuckers because they're pretty high level. Oh, you already got your inspiration for the day. How about you? Did you get an inspiration? You did not. That's what I want you to do next time I see you in real life, Saba. I want you to wave your arms back and forth and go hum nom 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 nom.
Okay.
If you fail to do this, I will.
If you can find me, that is.
I will sacrifice you.
What are you camouflage as everyone else that's there? Saba will only meet you if you go to the Saba convention.
See, the thing is, Zach has already, like, you know, said he was gonna kill me, but I was like, you have to find me first, and he doesn't know where I am, so I don't know.
Saba will meet up with you, Zach, but only at SabaCon, where a bunch of people who look and speak and sound exactly like Saba attend.
Exactly.
What an insufferable
That's how the game
place.
needs to be played, Zach.
What an insufferable place. All right, since we're about to fucking lose a bunch of people to old age, I'm gonna build a body pit so that way I can bury them somewhere. All right. I like how they lose so much devotion over the or like so much faith over the course of the night, and then like the next day, it's totally fine. I fixed everything. Everybody loves me again. It's like you motherfuckers. You're just being dramatic.
I do think that a lot of the character, or any weirdness or inconsistencies in their character being like, oh, they're so flaky or whatever, a lot of it can be attributed to or can be explained to the fact that they did join a cult.
That is, once again, that is literally correct. Yes. All right, we're gonna fucking, I don't know. I had to place 3 of these motherfuckers. Where should I place them?
In the corner.
I'm not putting them in the corner. I want to see them. If I'm spending money on them, I want to see them.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the one in front too, at the front of that.
This one?
So it's a triangle. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That looks good. Please, I need more resources. I have fucking 3 commandments like stocked up. You only get to do 1 commandment per day. I'm so like far ahead on commandments, but so far behind on like general production.
You were like, let me show you it's done, asshole. You're not doing it good enough.
This fucking. You mind? Get back to work! Back to work! Fucking Whatever. You finish that fucking decoration then. Oh, I haven't been fertilizing anything. That's probably one of the reasons why I'm getting like so much less
Okay, it is a minute before 7, and while I'm talking, it'll probably turn 7, so that'll be the end of stream. I'm dying of hunger, so I will be leaving you now to go join the cult of food. Goodbye.
I will see you guys
the cult
tomorrow.
that the cult me and Sub are doing actually has food, so we'll see you later. Fucking.
I'm making food. Bye. Good night, stream.